You know what? You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the best.
Money goes up, friends. I need a homie that know me when all these motherfucking guys be on me. I got fine up, ain't nobody calling back. Now what the fuck is happening with my ball and cat? Remember me, I'm the homie that was down the road. Sipping.
that is
What the fuck just happened?
what's going on with this thing right now?
It just glitched, eh? Okay.
Something's glitching with it. StreamYard's having taken a shit right now.
Well, are we live?
We are live, but StreamYard is taking a dump. I might have to close StreamYard and fucking reopen it. Okay, I'm gonna pop back out.
All right. Well, welcome to the Fight Guys podcast. I'm Doug Las Vegas.
Yeah, not sure. I was about to have another bowl there during the intro, but technical issues out of nowhere. Usually the intro is pretty seamless.
I can just riff for a minute. Plug my shit. Oh, here he comes.
What the fuck? Oh my god! I don't know what the fuck happened there. So
doing good,
I gotta
Said
see the intro. I gotta see the intro. I got it at some point. I don't care if
it's the same intro. I'll play it for like 15 seconds and then we'll just cut out. It was just, this is what you call a cold. Actually, how about I play it as an outro? Will that is that a good compromise, Dan?
No, I need to see Michael Chandler.
Oh, I don't play the fucking surgeon intro in Fight Guys.
Oh shit! Oh, that one.
Never
that one just
have.
stopped. Like that one just stopped like 25 seconds in or whatever. Not even.
I stopped it because I was getting like a double, like I was getting audio like a double loop, and I could hear an echo in the background. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, it's telling me that StreamYard was open.
YouTube link open.
No, it said I had StreamYard open twice, and I'm like, there's no fucking way, and I'm like, there's no way, and I didn't, and I just closed everything, closed Chrome. But here we are, everybody. This is Fight Guys. This is episode 20. I will play the intro for a solid 30 seconds. If Dan, do you even care, or you want to let it burn?
We'll let it burn. This off. You're just gonna cut this off the beginning anyway. All this probably stuff. Why not?
No, this is great banter. I see
3 minutes of fucking jumble.
Cut it off. I'm not editing this. That's fucking crazy. You think I'm going into the YouTube app to edit this? I love seeing a little cold start. Put your heart out.
Not a good sign. Not good vibes. Not good vibes.
Oh my god. If you get after me with good vibes, the MMA bet surgeon, is nothing but good vibes. That's what they all say. And honestly, the bets have been kind of showing that throughout the last couple of weeks.
It has been nothing but good vibes for the pretty much recent, like pretty much 2020 been all good vibes, or 2022, sorry. It's all been all good vibes.
Whatever fucking year it is, it's been great.
Oh my god. I think the past weekend, like we talked about a lot on stream with all of us, with everybody that came through, everybody that was watching, that was one of the best fight night cards. I think this was like, this wasn't even just us saying this. This was a statement that was kind of echoed through the UFC community. This UFC Fight Night London card that we saw this past weekend at the O2 in London. It was absolutely stunning. It was fantastic. We got some knockouts of the year for sure. Some contenders that you're not going to have beaten till the end of the year. And if they do get beaten, you'll be very surprised. And it'll be other you're not going to see that many on the same card. And then you have the one with Molly McCann, in which that's just an absolute stunner of a knockout. You hate to see it if you're me, because that kills a $1,500 parlay, and that's the only leg that misses. And that's the parlay I gave out to other people too. And like, they're like sending me it back, and I'm like, what do you fucking think? You think I don't fucking know that the decision was in fucking 30 seconds? Like, I'm 2 minutes away. Like, she spun and fucking she knocked her out. But I was kind of.
I mean, she wasn't gonna win the decision anyways.
Molly was.
Oh, wait, you bet on the meatball Molly. Sorry, I thought you bet
Decision
on Carolina.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's a perfect. Did you end up putting in the video? That'd be a perfect thing to talk about in that biopsy or autopsy or whatever.
Did I put in? I told you there's nothing in. Actually, that's a great video.
Oh.
Can you give me a minute? Can you give me a minute?
Well, we don't have to. Well, yeah. Well, we can just start going through the card, and then we can get to the bets afterwards. We can start at the.
I'd rather do that
first
anyways.
fight of the night.
Let's get through the card because that's something
that's what I mean. We'll go through the card. You can upload the video, and then we can talk about some of our main props and our hits, and me and Dougie can go through our profile as the tracked ROI kings. Both me and Dougie are in the top. I think 20 of all tracked MMA bettors. Something like that.
Guys are taking over.
There you go.
As far as ROI, and a lot of those are fucking accounts that are like, oh, let me just create an account for this random parlay this week, and I end up getting a 100-unit return or on $1 or something like that. Like, of
course, I do wish I had started tracking
more
earlier.
plays than me, but I got lucky enough. Didn't get my Valiev play. Should have been tracked on there, but it wasn't. So I ended up saying I got 100%. But I guess it was too close to the fight. It didn't let me enter it when I got in on the live plus 100. But let's just start at the first card fight of the night, which was fucking an absolute gem and one we were fucking looking forward to with the debut of Muhammad Mikayev against Cody Durden. Not how I saw it going out, but fucking sure as hell was happy with it. Like, man, I think that's the greatest debut in UFC history. Not really any ifs, ands, or buts about it for me. But Doug, what do you think?
Sorry, I'm trying to work lighting out here. Yeah, it was fucking unbelievable. I showed up a little bit late. I was going to my buddies. Obviously, I unfortunately couldn't be on the stream. But I made it just in time for sit down and settle in for Mikayev's walkout. And wow, I'm glad I didn't miss a minute of that fight because I would have missed the whole damn thing. Mikayev went in there and to have landed 2 strikes in your debut and one of them be a flying knee. That was crazy. He just built on the hype train. You know, he proved value at the number, helped cash one of my parlays. Super exciting. Love to see Cody Durden get what was coming after some comments too.
Oh yeah, sure. That's always a nice little cherry on top. And the guy's kind of a bit of a dickhead, and definitely. And then, like as Mikayev said, like humbles a guy in 58 seconds. Like, wear your fucking sunglasses and the fucking trying to look cool, and then paying that flying knee to fucking guillotine. Like, it's literally like. It's just almost more impressive than an actual just flying knee. Just be like, wow, like, especially as a guy betting on the submission.
British
I was
fighters... Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, sorry, I was just saying, betting on the submission. It was like, oh my god, how the fuck did I get that? Like, he didn't even need to really. If he just pounced on him and started hitting him with strikes, easily could have got him out there. He could have hit him clean with that shot. But yeah, when you're that good and when you got that instinct and the neck is in front of you, you snatch that shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking those British fighters are. There was something in the back. One of those locker rooms. There was some stickum on the gloves. They were sticking them together for that mean grip because we saw a lot of fucking necks get snatched. That grip coming out of one side. There needs to be an investigation done into one of these cut men using stickum instead of Vaseline. We got Mr. One Hundo down there.
There he is, right there. We haven't seen you in a couple of weeks, sir.
We were out last week, John. Show us how big of a fan you are.
Oh, you fake fuck. 100 subscriber didn't even show up.
Hey, John,
this is the guy who hasn't been here in like a year.
John's
being a fuck guy. Fuck you, John.
John's not a fight guy.
So, yeah, honestly, at the Mikayev fight, I was impressed. I think that was something that's going to definitely add to the kid's resume. I forgot about that because I remember we talked about that and you're like, I'm not going to talk to you for a bit. I'm moving and then we'll play some PC when I get it set up. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah, moving sucks.
I forgot about that. But yeah,
hope it goes smooth.
Man, that Mikayev fight, that was something that I think that's going to be something to build off of for his career. It's going to be interesting to see who they give him next, I think, because Cody's, a pretty dangerous guy and isn't too much of a slouch on his own. They say, like we were already talking about and sending each other the articles, they want to book him for July at some point. And I think one of you already mentioned it. And at that point, I'm ready to see him in July. But the question now is who's going to be that opponent. It's going to be who's the guy that they're going to stick in front of a young guy who's just taken out, what was Durden ranked? 9, 10?
He wasn't ranked.
Was he not ranked?
Durden's not ranked.
Well, are we talking about that now, or do you upload that one as well?
Durden only had 3 losses and he wasn't ranked. That fucking shows.
Well, he's only had he only had a few fights in the UFC, but as I said, the kind of last week, like that's the best line we're gonna fucking get on Mikayev, even as on some of those props and stuff like that in the finish. Like even if he fights some of these guys, he's gonna like after that kind of debut, he's gonna get bet. Like everybody there was a lot of people that had some hesitations last week in the betting community and didn't really want to pull the trigger of the number, but like still, he's gonna get put up against top guys, and we're gonna have to lay the chalk. Like he's one of those guys.
I was one of those guys. I was a little bit worried.
Yeah. Well, and like when there's like the level of competition question, it's always like, yeah, you never know, but like sometimes you just gotta say fuck it, pull the trigger, right? Especially at some of these guys. Okay, I guess that's enough for that fight. Unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about.
No.
Elise Reed, McKenna. We don't really need to spend too much time on that. McKenna, terrible game planning and coaching. There was no real emphasis on her to try and take the grappling advantage. She kind of just got pieced up and lost, even despite getting a 30-27 from one judge. But yeah, I don't really want to talk about this fight. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, worst fight on the card. Next,
it's a scenario where like it's she's fucking the better fighter. She just tried to fucking.
I scored it for her, to be honest.
My bias stat said 29-28.
Yeah, I was just frustrated,
we'll get
by everything in that fight.
Oh, that was frustration. That fight was frustration early on in the night too.
Her coaches would be like, split the jabs, fucking try to hit her with the right hook down the middle, and I'm just like, how about fucking double leg and we go for the submission? Like I was like fucking, I thought she could finish her if she fucking tried to take that advantage and implement it, but and it's literally the opposite. She's literally talking about an interview that week. She's like, oh, I'm not gonna be an idiot and just get beaten in a certain area and not. I'm like, it just makes me all fucking so mad. So let's move on to
it's pretty much exactly what she
did. Probably fight of the night. Kind of one of the most under the radar fights in the reactions because there wasn't a finish. But Jack Shore versus Timur Valiev might be my fight of the night.
I'd agree with that.
That fight was huge. I mean, I don't know. That fight was. I don't know that fight. If you didn't see me watching that fight, I was screaming. And I was making up new nicknames. I was calling him Jackie Boy. That's my new name for Jack Shore. I was yelling, come on, Jackie Boy! And he was just fucking... I don't know. I enjoy always watching Jack Shore fight. A fight where he's got a high level of opposition in a guy like Timur Valiev and you get to see his game tested. I like that as well. I like to see a guy in Jack Shore also climb to 16-0 now. And he's in the position like we talked about. What are they going to do with Jack Shore now? Who are they going to say? What are they going to say? Are they going to say, oh, well, you haven't beaten enough guys? I mean, you could say, oh, well, we need you to get some more fight night fights, but it's now you got to give him this different level of guys. Now we're talking about a guy who, in my opinion, and I know I was talking a little bit crazy before fucking up the whole Cody Durden thing. This is a guy in Jack Shore who we need to get a ranked guy, like a highly ranked guy. Like this is a guy who needs we need to get Jack Shore. It's going to be time here soon. It's going to be time soon. No matter or not if he's not ready. Like, that's a different question, right? That becomes a different question. If the fighters fought themselves into the spot where they can take that position, I think it's all the time in the world sometimes for the UFC to give them that shot. Especially a guy who's 16-0. You're not going to build any more fighting fucking tin cans on your record and just padding a record of 23. And, we're not, we don't want to do this anymore to talk shit about other guys that have. But I don't know. I see this more fucking... as being kind of the opening here. I think we need Jack Shore to get something big. And I'm looking for Jack Shore to I don't know yet. But I think it's title. You could argue we're talking titles in the next year and a half, 2 years, but that's the whole thing. I kind of said before on last fight, guys, I wanted him to be a little bit more known after this fight and to kind of do something spectacular, at least to just have win some more fans over. I think he did that just with his fight style, and I think he does do that just because he's a hard fighter. But at the same time, I think that, Timur's a tough guy too, and he dropped him. It looked impressive. Timur's kind of a chinny guy, but nonetheless, man, I still think Jack Shore came out and looked impressive. I still think he's building that resume, and I think he's ready for. I think the sky's obviously has been the limit for this kid, and I think that he just deserves more at this point.
I could just toss a name out off the top of my head.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who says no? Him or Kyler Phillips?
Oh, that'd be interesting. I'll do that.
Kyler Phillips is a high-level black belt grappler.
I know.
But he does have that loss to Paiva coming off the win over Rojo. Both of them, you could make an argument, are fighting to get into the rankings, and we know bantamweight is a shark pool. It's very hard to, earn one of those shots to get in there. Against these top guys. It took Cheeto a couple of years to get a shot to get into the top 15. So those, that's an interesting fight to me. I was high on Jack Shore. I was jumping. This was one I was streaming. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. Fucking doing the Sean Strickland impression. Super fun. I was high on him. Glad to see him get it done. Showed a lot of improvements in the striking. Even though Valiev was able to have some success early, looked very good. Mm-hmm. I'm super high on Jack Shore, and I'm just saying, him versus Kyler Phillips is a fight I would really like to see.
I'd like to see it too. I think
it'd be a good fight, but I kind of agree with what the surgeon was saying. I think he deserves a ranked opponent. Can you consider the kind of the winning streak he's on, not only combining his UFC wins, and his earlier wins in amateur? Like it's time to try and nobody knows who Timur Valiev is. Some people like us that knew the skill he had, they're like, okay, that's an impressive win, but especially considering the rest of the card, he wasn't able to take a ton away from it. Unfortunately, I think you give him somebody like Frankie Edgar.
Be a great fight.
Give him Frankie Edgar when they come back. He'll be on the London card when they come back this year. Say, Frankie, you want to go on a trip to London? This is a guy that might not just fucking knock you out cold, but I don't think he could knock. Of course, anybody could knock out Frankie at this point, but that'd be a good fight. Actually, the pace of both of those guys, I think Frankie could give him a pretty good fight.
I'm just having a look at the bantamweight rankings here to see.
Unless he just flashes him, but I don't think because Valiev, that proved to me, and it's and I've heard somebody else say this, so it's not completely my idea, but I think Valiev doesn't necessarily have a bad chin. He just wears these shots terribly. The only time he's been knocked out clean was in the 5-star fight. He's just fucking he couldn't be worse when he's getting in by these massive shots. There's some people that can take a fucking big shot. They may get hurt and they just poker face through it. Valiev just fucking he loses rounds. Is what he did. Gets dropped twice in the second or third. I think it was I don't know. You could even have scored. The judges didn't. I think it was 229, 28, 129, 27. So
I thought that last round definitely should have been a 10-8.
Yeah, for sure. If you get knocked twice, absolutely. Not even a question. But obviously we know that fucking somehow that isn't a straight rule in our sport. But I think that second round was super close, but I guess everybody scored it for the second round for Jack Shore anyway. I thought it was close. I thought that might have been. I think even the kind of.
I was a little bit worried for a draw.
I said it on stream. I said, "Pat could be a draw." He's like, "Fuck off." He just says, "Go fuck." He's so mad because he had obviously a massive bet on the his Jackie Boy decision.
Yeah. Well, I was all aboard that too. We were getting excited.
And he had him on fucking skates, and they almost had him. I guess you guys are both worrying about that. Yeah, that was Jackie's. You were sharp on that line too. You were for the bunch of the line movement too.
Yeah, I got the Jack Shore by decision at plus 240. I got massive value. It crawled all the way down, I think, into the plus 160 range. So I got almost 80. I don't know what to call it. 80-point shift in value.
That's great. But yeah, that was a great fight. I obviously lost a little bit of cash on value, but it was an awesome fight to watch. Fucking what's there to say about fucking Paul Craig versus Krylov that hasn't already been said? It's just awesome, bro. It's just like, especially like obviously Dougie. I could go to Dougie's Twitter at Douglas Las Vegas. I think pretty sure it is. Just that he has a clip from last week's stream. Just Paul Craig plus 450 sub, and it's just like that's because that's an automatic fucking bet. Especially when you got a guy like Krylov who's gonna be.
Like, I can't fucking believe Krylov played into his game like that.
So crazy, bro. Because like that's the whole thing I'm thinking this week. I'm like, it's such a great bet, but like you'd have to be an absolute idiot to try and fucking just stay in the guard of Paul Craig. What did he do? Stay in the guard, maybe postured up a little bit, but still, like, yeah. Oh, awesome.
Paul Craig had him right where he wanted him when he was just smashing his chin against the ground. Paul was just calculating.
Like, not to rag on Krylov bettors, but like, imagine how much of an idiot. Like, yeah, like because that's the thing. Like I said, I'm never, because that's one thing I said to myself. Like, I might not bet on Paul Craig, but I'm definitely not betting on Krylov. And to a fucking, oh my god, it's just so awesome.
I could have seen it because if he had a just game plan to stay up.
No, 100%, but like what everybody was saying,
he was clobbering him.
But he goes to the ground against
so the
everybody,
value
no
was there. It was the game
he
plan.
disrespects everybody. Yeah, but he just disrespects everybody. He goes to the ground with fucking go to the ground with Glover. He'll go to the ground with Jan. Like he says, "Well, I'm fucking good enough," and then he just loses a bunch of these. It's just fucking great.
Yeah, Paul Craig is not a man to play with. I said it last week. I think he's top 5, maybe top 3 in those top 2 light heavyweight divisions in straight up jiu-jitsu. I couldn't speak highly enough about his jiu-jitsu, and it came to fruition perfectly. Obviously, on the stream, I took it at plus 350. Betway boosted it to plus 450. I said, "Fuck it, I'll double down," and it became a huge win for me. So very happy to see the Bear Jew get it done.
Yeah, great fucking shit. That was awesome. Great line on that as well. Yeah, I had a decent on that. It was on the track plays as well. Paul Craig jumped up to number 8 in the light heavyweight division with that win too.
Yeah, he was calling out. He called out Anthony Smith. They both said they're down. I think that's an interesting fight.
Yeah, guess what? Anthony Smith is smart.
I can't get that thing. I can't get.
He's taking a lot of brain damage, but we obviously know the guy's got a brain on him. He's fucking still sharp enough to get analysts and stuff like that. Despite the and like
it's a good call out.
He'll piece up Krylov on the feet. To be honest, that's my initial take. With his boxing is way cleaner, and he's not.
You mean piece up Craig on the feet?
Sorry, yeah, piece up Craig. He'll piece him up. Like I don't know. I think
I'd agree with that. I think he has a high enough level ground game, and he's going to go in there with the correct game plan if that fight's made, and it's a good fight for Anthony Smith.
Well, all he needs is
a good opportunity for Paul Craig still. Good opportunity. Sure. If Paul Craig can go and sub a guy who's as solid on the ground and has competed with the guys at the best of that division, like Anthony Smith, and keep this streak going, then, man, there's a real conversation about Paul Craig and his grappling.
Absolutely.
Oh, they'll make that a main event, though. Eh?
That's what they. That's
that's
what
going to be
about on the stream. That's what we said on
event.
stream. I said that's going to be. Someone said it. I think it was Dan said that, and I said fuck that main event. And then Jay Blues said, Anthony Smith's in good fights, man. And I was like, yeah.
They always make Anthony Smith a main event.
I know.
Anthony Smith will be a main event. It'll either be a main event or a 3-rounder on a pay-per-view, which I wouldn't mind.
UFC Glasgow.
If they did that, that'd be fucking amazing.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
UFC Glasgow. You wouldn't understand a second of the media day.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd fucking love that. Or like obviously, and there's some people that have thrown out there. You run back Paul Craig on Kalaev, but I don't know.
I'm not really interested in that. Yeah. We saw how that fight played out.
I think it's a good fight. Anthony Smith. I think Anthony Smith just. I don't know. I just don't think he's deep enough. The only other option for me is probably like Dominic Reyes. Kind of give Dominic Reyes an opportunity to bounce back too. That guy kind of needs a win. Let's go Dominic Reyes for the sake of Dominic Reyes' mental health. Let's do that.
Dominic Reyes'
I mean, we can't talk about Paul Craig like he's an easy win. He keeps fucking getting it done.
Because he's good. I think Paul Craig's like I don't think
No,
he
but
has.
what win does he have recently that it is? Wait, yeah, most of these are fucking. All his 2 last good wins is just because these opponents have been stupid enough to go to the ground with him. He hasn't won a second until he's got them into the death trap. The bear, I think what I called. I don't know if he's dubbed it yet, but I think I called it on stream the bear trap.
Yeah, you did.
Well, he has a way of baiting these guys, though. If Reyes gets a knockdown even, he's either got to wait or jump in to finish there. He might... I don't know. I would obviously favor Reyes as straight up. I would have favored Krylov last week, but if...
Yep.
I don't know. I'd have a hard time betting Craig sub because I don't know what the kind of value would be there, but it also, it depends now. Because if they're going to slap it right next to his money line, then what's the point anymore?
Yeah, what the fuck is the point anymore? Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't know if we're ever going to see him at plus 170 and his sub at double that ever again. That was ridiculous. And a lot of people cashed out on it.
See him
Not
at
even
plus
just that. They
170, but the
boosted
stuff will
it
be
on
like,
Bet.
yeah.
Did they boost it on Betway?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, they boosted it on Betway. And
That's why I doubled down.
Shit. And I hammered it. I was like fucking hammering it.
Yeah.
Max the boost. I was like, get me that max.
Yeah.
Like the only fights though the only fight that really he's won by people not making mistakes is pretty much the 2 times he fucking beat Wash Shogun. But like, and one time he actually was a draw. But like, I just think that these guys, and that's why they boosted it, because if he doesn't go to the ground, he's as much as I love him, he's not good enough to compete with these guys.
I completely agree with you. He's definitely not the favorite. It's sort of a Derek Brunson-ish, but like instead of wrestling, it's jiu-jitsu, which is even less helpful because you have to have wrestling to engage in jiu-jitsu. Brunson has capable stand-up, but I mean to say
Brunson's stand-up is fucking robotic as hell.
Well, it's the bear trap. It's just the bear trap. The bear trap is what it is. If you're stupid enough to step into it, you're gonna have to fucking saw your limb off, or you're dead.
But if you want to get the finish, you got it.
No, you can knock him out. I'm very confident you can knock Paul Craig out on the feet.
Yeah,
nobody's had the.
We've seen guys.
He fought a lot of grapplers. Even Jan just took him to the ground. Or sorry, not fucking Jan.
I can't remember. Here, let me figure it out. I'll tell you. He's definitely been dropped hard before. I've watched it.
John Mahal Hill dropped him, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been dropped, obviously. I thought maybe Krylov dropped him.
All Jamal Hill had to do is say,
get up. Beat him.
Roundtree beat him.
Like, knocked his ass
savage. I got it.
Okay, yeah, I guess we're back on the Roundtree train after recently, though, right? After his big fucking... We never talked about that on Fight Guys and his big kind of heroic kind of fucking... We weren't doing Fight Guys then.
What? It was 2 weeks ago. It was in our We were talked about it in the reactions last week, I thought.
We didn't really do reactions last week. We just did the card. We just did this week's card.
But yeah, the soccer kick was vicious. Okay, we've spent a bunch of time on Paul
we've
Craig.
talked about Paul Craig's future for a while.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm fucking tuning in whenever Bearju fights. But on to Pavlovich versus Abdurakimov.
Futures. Keep going.
What? Wow, you want to keep talking about that one?
Yeah, no, we'll just keep speeding. We're just gonna speed through these little.
Oh yeah, Pavlovich. I don't know.
This fight's not even worth talking about.
Decent, but like that was the first. As soon as Shamil decided to end that fight, he did. I think we had some on the round one. I think his finish was in something like a parlay or something like that. I don't know if that parlay even hit, but it was too easy for him.
2-leg parlay, didn't we? No, you know why? You know why? Because it was fucking... You know why? It was a parlay that I made? It was horseshit. It was... Yeah, this is what it was. Pavlovich round 1, Grundy finish, Topuria finish. I don't know why I did any of that shit. But I don't know. There's just a bunch of parlays that just came within one leg. But it was fucking...
Grundy finish. Oh, my goodness.
I don't know. But like, that fight's just...
I don't know. Yeah, I remember that one. You gave that one out, and I was like, okay, I'll do that one. Grundy finish. Okay, is that something?
That fight was just too quick to honestly, but that's sometimes what happens. I think that's honestly the best way Americani can... I don't want to talk about Pavlovich. Could give a fuck less about him. and his 15-1 padded.
Yeah, just give him
shitball
somebody
record.
decent. I say just give him somebody half decent. But like that's a lot to be asked about in like the unranked heavyweights. So yeah, we'll move on to Amir Khan getting the fucking anaconda. Like that was just
Huge.
fucking
Huge.
Mr. Finland.
Huge.
I need to learn the Finnish national anthem to sing it
Oh my
whenever
God.
he fights on stream.
Note that down. I can't wait to see that. But it was a super sloppy takedown attempt from Grundy. Like didn't set it up at all, which you can't do against a guy like Amir Khan. I think I did have some money on the submission. I think it was at like I don't know. Pretty sure I started that on stream. So like plus 500 or something like that, which I think pretty much because I said like I think that's the only way he wins this fight. But I thought it was gonna come later in the fight, not the first fucking takedown attempt.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Amir Khan way.
Oh, it was fucking awesome. I thought it was. Hey man, like I fucked a lot of my shit, but honestly, I was like, really, I didn't really have a dog considering in this race, considering it's so last second with Grundy. I'm not too heavy on him. It's like thought he would have beat Amir Khan. Maybe he would have too if he didn't just, if I don't know. His head, I don't think his head was necessarily in the right place. You always factor those things in. Fucking dad's cage side. I'm like, what? This is kind of fucked up here. I'm like, we're stacking a lot of dimes here on a short notice Mike Grundy turnaround fight in home territory too. I'm like, this is a lot on him, man. Like, it's a lot of pressure here, man, to try and save this fight here. I don't know.
I definitely favored him going into the fight. Still want to see Mike Grundy again. It's a tough out. You make a mistake.
That's what
happens.
It's
I'm
tough
sure
to cut
he'll
him
Just
learn
make a
from it.
mistake.
Sure.
100%.
Just got to be. I mean, it's another highlight from Mr. Finland, really,
Yeah.
and good to see
They're
him
probably
back
gonna
on the winning path.
It'll be ruthless. They'll do like the next UFC London card. They'll give him some fucking young prospect who's gonna absolutely fucking soul snatch him.
It's time for Topuria versus Amir Khan.
Because it is 3 losses in a row, right? For Grundy? Right.
Yep.
Oh, you were talking about for Grundy.
Yep.
Yeah, because he
Amir
lost to
Khan,
Lando his
Venata,
last
Nivolov.
time out.
Yep.
That's 3 in a row. Yeah, like no matter, like doesn't matter who you're losing to. Those are some tough guys and an unfortunate quick loss on a mistake. But like still, it's the UFC's UFC. Like one more loss and he's gone, so kind of thing. And they're probably not going to give it. It's not a guy they're just going to give probably a layup to be honest. Like it'll be a good grappler, a guy that they just want to test a little bit, but it'll be good enough to resist him and probably not knock him out or do something similar to Amir Khan. But yeah, on to one of our biggest fights tonight. Take it away, Dougie.
Which fight is this? I don't have that card open.
Topuria versus Herbert.
Thank you. Oh my God! I jumped off the couch several times during this card. This was the time that I felt winded because I was concerned for Jai Herbert's health after what I witnessed. He guided him down safely, and wow! I mean, he had me shitting a brick in the first round. I can't lie to you. I was weirdly calm in comparison to how I normally am when fighters I bet on get their shit rocked, because he was able to kind of initiate the grappling pretty soon after, but he did get hit with some pretty good shots several times. Jai Herbert showed up for sure. Ilya might have thought he was going to go in there and dog walk him a little bit, but once he got his head on straight, went back to that vicious body work that we talked about from the Damon Jackson fight and pretty much replicated that knockout with an even cleaner shot.
It was awesome.
No,
I
yeah,
loved
absolutely.
And I had obviously a couple massive plays on Topuria. I have a bunch of his NFTs. Check out my new NFT video dropping this Sunday.
Invested guy. Heavily invested.
But yeah, I was big on him inside the distance because I figured he could have gotten the sub on the ground or the KO like he did, and I'm a very happy man after watching that fight.
Well, I remember distinctly. I think it was right after we were on the stream because obviously we were talking about that bet a bunch last week's stream. I think that was not your big bet. Sorry, bet of the night. But it had like the same pretty much.
No, that was a free play that I gave away, but I did consider the only reason it wasn't my bet of the week was the line. It was
Yeah,
the
exactly,
same
for
size
sure.
as my bet of the week, but the line was the difference. The value was on the Arnold Allen play, which of course also hit. But
Yeah,
you
two
could have
bets that
said
we were
either
talking
of
about
them
all
was
last
my
year.
bet of the week.
That's why you got to tune in, folks, because like those were literally Dougie didn't say that was his bet of the week, but like the way we were talking about our boy Arnold Allen. If you're watching,
I
you know
on
you
these
know who we're betting on.
streams, I am going to hint at who my bet of the week is. You can pay to get my entire write-up and my full perspective, but I can't lie. I'm going to analyze the fights, and
Especially,
if you hear me fucking rave about a guy and then don't make a play on him, put it together, man.
Exactly.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm being nice here.
Yep.
Read between the lines.
But buy my
Um,
shit too. It's good. My write-ups are fucking good, and I
Support-
No, for sure.
haven't missed.
And Doug, you brought me over the line on that pick because like I'm not usually a bit big on just laying chalk on a one big pick, and it's you said to me and Surgeon right after the stream, guy got knocked out by Reese McKee. I'm just like, yep, there you go, $100. And I had so much other shit running through him finishing that fight. It was so irresponsible of me. And then like the round one sweat, but as soon as like but he kind of fucked up because he took a picture of the beautiful fucking head kick. Didn't get him with this follow-up shot, which probably would have ended it, and let Topuria bounce off, recover, get that takedown, and he fucked up there. And it's like the same thing he did to Damon Jackson was the hook to the body, the left hook to the body, right hook to the fucking chin. Oh, it's a body bagger. Just body bags, guys. It's awesome. Oh.
What do you mean it's $11 CAD? I only have USD, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, John. Does it not let you pay in USD? This is an issue I wish I had been told about. DM me about that. DM me about that.
I think he's fucking with you. He's being a troll like he always is.
Inflation's a
doesn't make
motherfucker.
any
Okay,
sense.
shut the
He's
fuck
definitely
up.
trolling you.
You can also buy my events for $5 each on betmma.tips, but it's better value if you just buy my monthly packages from me.
For sure. What really needs to be said about Molly McCann? Pat already talked about it. Kind of fucked him. But like one of the greatest knockouts in women's MMA history.
Unbelievable.
Doesn't really matter that fucking Luana's not really fucking anything.
Yeah,
recognized
exactly.
as far
Doesn't
as
really
qual-
even
but,
matter.
like,
We just saw
doesn't
her
matter.
eyes rolling back in her skull like she was the Exorcist. Do you remember that shit? And I was like,
in the water.
whoa, her eyes
Shadow
are
realm.
open. I was
Shadow
like,
realm.
this is fucked. You know what I mean? I was like, holy shit, she really got her good. I remember saying she might be dead. I think I remember saying she might be
100%.
dead. She might be dead.
100%. 100%.
Holy
And you were pissed immediately
So,
too.
I was smacking the table and shit. I was fucking pissed because I knew with that man, I went, there's no way. I was so confident, and obviously this ties into the honestly, like I don't want to get right into it, but the main event, like I was very confident, more confident when I started the stream in the main event, obviously, but we'll get to that. We'll keep going. Who was the next fight on the card?
Your favorite Gunnar Nelson versus Kashi Sato.
Oh fuck. That fight was kind
R.I.P.
of
R.I.P.
That fight
Gunnar
was funny
Nelson
as hell.
sub betters. Everybody was laying the absolute
Oh.
chalk.
It was funny.
That was
R.I.P.
fucked. That was fucked. Dan was saying that during the stream. He's like, if you bet on the sub right now, you just had it in the neck playing with it.
Hey, I say this. I've already recorded a video going up on Saturday for a review of the card, so I'm pretty much just repeating myself now. But
Yeah.
I don't fucking care. That's for other people who don't watch Fight Guys.
Yeah.
But I made a point, and it was Sato clearly had spent hours and hours defending the backlock position because he knew he would be there. He just never once drilled getting out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Never.
He didn't try until the last 5 seconds of the fight. He didn't turn into him or anything. He just defended chokes the whole time. Didn't take a chance and focused on not getting choked out. So, yeah. And fuck off, John. Paying CAD.
No, he just wants to hear the USD price. Like,
I
what do you
don't
mean?
Google it, dude.
Google the conversion. It's like fucking.
What does that
what
even
are we
mean?
at?
Okay, we don't just.
Yeah, I don't
fucking
even
let
know
this
what
guy
John
distract us.
means. He's just.
Sorry.
That was the worst fight of the night. We don't need to talk about John. Patty Pimblett almost fucking does it again.
Yeah, and
That's
he's
fucking-
so. I'm reading shit now. Him talking about him wanting to renegotiate his contract already.
Well,
he's
should,
gone on
but-
like Barstool. He's parading.
I know
parading
he's
about
on
it hard.
everything. He's on McAfee
No, but Pat,
today. I'm
he
like,
needs
oh
to.
my god,
He
he's on
needs to
everything.
though. No, he needs to. He needs to get his money now because this motherfucker, he ain't gonna be one of these guys. He ain't gonna be Andrei Arlovsky getting 500 10 years from now. This kid
True.
needs his
Yeah.
money now.
That's
got his
true.
Barstool
That's
bag.
True.
He needs his money
Someone's
now.
probably in his ear, and it'd be very good advice for him to.
I'd say that to
yeah, he
anybody
should
that's risking their
stack
lot.
his
Their,
money
but
now.
especially
He should rework his contract. You're right.
100%.
That's a great
100%.
point. Dan's got to. There is someone that's telling him to do that. It's probably not even his fucking idea. It's
Everybody
someone
should,
but
telling
I
him to
also-
do it.
he's interviewing with
signed-
everybody. They're asking him about it. Like, of course he's fucking thinking about it. Everybody's like, because literally it was fucking. I saw a clip. It was like Dave Portnoy asked him. He said, "We're giving you fucking 7 figures. You're getting paid 12 and 12, pretty much. Like, what the fuck?" Just realizing, oh, that was probably a shit deal. But at the same time, probably realizing he's paying bums that fucking have never fought before to fight each other for fucking more than that. He just realized, though, that's shit business. But
He
we don't
doesn't
need to talk
pay
about
those
that.
guys.
Oh
No
yeah,
way.
he does.
He
100%.
pays those guys.
100%. Probably fucking gives.
Holy shit.
They Conseco got fucking more than fucking Patty
Different,
Pimblett.
different story. That's a different story. That's celebrity.
Yeah, I
fighting.
don't care about anything Portnoy has to say.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
yeah,
let's get off that though. But
yeah,
yeah,
but
it is.
Pimblett-
It is. I don't really care what Pimblett has to say really often, but I kind of like him. Like I kind of don't. I like that.
He's
you know
a
what?
character you almost need in the sport.
You do need these guys. We 100% need these guys. 100% we need guys, as much as I hate to say it, like Sean Strickland, like Kobe Covington, idiots walking around, big mouthing, big lipping, people sucker punching other motherfuckers outside of sushi clubs. You need this shit. People driving around in Rolls Royces, getting arrested. It's the most entertaining sport in the world, folks.
It's true. It's very true.
It might
Got
not
better
only be
than
the
this.
There's nothing better than this shit. People headbutting cop cars. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Cain Velasquez just shot a guy, and it wasn't even the right guy. Are you fucking kidding me?
You know,
This
it's,
shit
Show
is
me the
funny.
NBA player doing that. Show me the NBA player doing drive-bys.
Show me
Malik
whatever
Beasley
fucking
threatened
organization.
someone with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
Put
he
up or
shot
shut up,
them.
bitch.
Same with Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, it's such a great.
I mean, it's probably not a good idea for me with my face on here to say put up or shut up to people who are known for threatening people with guns.
It has been really. It
It's
has
an
been
NBA
really.
player.
I'm
What are they-
I'm
what are they-
kidding. I don't
It's
give
in
a
it.
fuck. They're not
It's-
gonna give a
Don't you dare
shit.
say that to Cain Velasquez. That motherfucker will break out and come for you, but
Well, I'm sure
Alright,
if I
free
was
kid.
a bad person, I don't think he'd
Nothing
come for
better
me just
heard
for
about
saying that. I don't even remember what I said. Let's move on.
But yeah,
What is
this
John
this
saying?
sport-
Nothing better. Heard of F1? What, has there been
Gabriel
drive-bys?
Arenas. These
Oh
zoomers.
my
I said
God,
Gilbert
he-
Arenas. I
he's-
didn't say
he's-
Gabriel.
He's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing this on purpose. He's commenting on purpose now to do this to fuck with us.
Oh, but
You
look at
gotta
him.
stop
He's a
him.
Oh, he
fucking-
knows.
he's a-
Oh, he knows what I said. He knows.
He's a natural
Four
born
guns to the
troll.
locker room.
He's a natural
Four
fucking.
guns to the locker room
He's
over a
actually
second.
not.
Yeah, and then he showed them
the
to
core.
fucking. Wasn't it Nick Young? I've heard the whole story.
Okay.
But okay, back on track. There's nothing more exciting than this sport. I think it's one of these things that's just, I don't know. It gets crazy, and you need these different characters. Somehow it keeps the whole kind of entertainment side of the sport going, because we don't have like teams and organizations and stuff. We've got all these private entities, but then you've got all these interactions that can happen outside of the octagon, and interactions that happen in normal people's lives, and these fighters have normal lives, and what happens in it. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. It's a crazy fucking sport. And in a week like this, I don't want to get into talking about news now, because we're 40 fucking 5 minutes in, and we haven't even broken down this upcoming card. That's why I'm gonna think we gotta at least get this wrapped up, and then I'm ready to speed through the upcoming card. And then
It is
we
an
can,
all-time great card, though, so we got to give it the respect it deserves.
100%.
Very
I
true,
100%,
very
100% agree with that. That's a great point. It is an all-time
but
great card.
Pimblett matchmaking, I don't know. Fucking, who cares? They won't give him the guys that we want him to fight. Oh, what I will say, it's my
you
favorite.
were
I said
saying
it to
the
both
same
you.
tune.
You guys
What
see
other
fucking
guys?
Ottman Azaitar on Twitter? See that shit?
Oh yeah.
No.
That's my
What did he
favorite.
say?
Pat. He literally says in the
What did
video,
he
he says,
say?
well, you see, we're in the airport. We're going to England. Liverpool, we're coming for you, or something like that. I was like, wait, what? It's like, what's in the bag? Don't let that motherfucker go in their gym with the bag. Get fucked up.
They shouldn't
Of course,
let that guy in
Ahmed.
anything.
Everybody with a fucking good fucking with any power in their hands.
See, I
wants
thought I
Paddy
figured
Pimblett.
that out the other day. I hate to go on one of my dumbass mini tangents, but I'll keep it under
Oh,
30
go ahead.
seconds.
Oh, go ahead.
But I think I figured out the rise of Khamzat Chimaev. He moved into the room that Ottoman Azaitar left the bag in. I'm completely making this up, by the way. It's not factual. But I think he moved in to that room and found the bag. And whatever was in that bag created Khamzat Chimaev.
I wish we could.
That's why he's
That'd be a great
crazy,
story.
man.
It's in the bag, brother.
I know he was good before that and all that, but let's just ignore that for the sake of my theory because
That's awesome.
fuck you.
Though.
I like it.
He'll include that in his biopic one day. On to the fucking. We were all over our boy Arnold Allen. Couldn't have been more on him.
Arnie.
Doesn't get better than that. Is better. Doesn't get better than that.
Guy surprised the
times.
fuck out of me.
I
I raved in my write-up for the premium package buyers, unlike John. They read about how I talked about Arnold Allen's speed advantage and how the speed at 145 was going to surprise Dan Hooker. And boy, did it. Those combos were flying out of Arnold Allen's hands like he just ripped a fat line of ketamine. And yeah, he got the standing KO. Well, John is now a premium bets subscriber. Thank you, John. I bullied him into it. I just got the fucking email.
There you go. Well, yeah, that was the best bet of the net, right? Like Dan Hooker, it sucks for him, but like when we have our boy Arnold Allen with like as the things you said, this guy has all the fucking skill in the world, and he showed and you can go play the fucking fight guys. When we fucking talk about it, you played right before the stream when we're talking like Pat. What did we fucking say? We said if you're fucking Firas Zahabi, you're telling him, you go at this motherfucker quick. If he survives, we're good enough to fucking pick him apart. But you try and get in his fucking face and hurt him early. That's exactly what he fucking did. Have 100%. It in my notes. Left hand, straight left to fucking left high kick, which is one of the last shots he fucking hit him with before it's over. Like, it's such a good feeling when you can get one of your guys home on that, when it's a massive fucking play. When we got plus 100, when Doggy sharped it early, laid more at the even money.
105. Could have got it at plus 110, I believe, too, at one point on Bet Online, but I did make my chunk play at plus 105.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And
for it to play out like that, and we were expecting when we played it, fully expecting. Sure, does he have the ability to finish him in the round? But guess what? He's never fucking finished anyone before. And I'm pretty sure. Did I fucking have? I think I had the Arnold round one.
Yeah, you posted your Arnold round one slip.
Yeah, which was just fucking crazy. Just like because I think I had something with the decision and it's like probably it's easy to say now that he can just fucking run through him, but like Arnold Allen had never got a finish in the UFC, right? Or in his last 4 or 5
no,
fights
he had a finish. He had choked out Mads Burnell, but I don't think he had a KO.
Oh, right. No, yeah, no KO. It was just the submission. And then for him to do that, obviously Dan Hooker, we could say, oh, he was drained. He didn't look fucking good. But man, fuck.
That hand speed was blind and just coming forward. Did get caught, but he didn't look too hurt considering he got up and just continued the same combo he was throwing when he went down for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a little fucking. He got touched. It was he got. I don't know if he got he was obviously going all out. Could have been a bit off balance too. Like I think he's been he probably got hit with something decent, but yeah, as you said, just got right back up and kept going through him. But as we were saying last week, it's Shark Tank now. Calvin Kattar.
Oh yeah.
Oof. Oh, I don't know. Fuck.
I think they have. Hold on, let me check this. I do think they may have odds for that on Betway.
That's gonna be a fucking fight. That's gonna be a fight. God damn it! I don't know if it's not really a great matchup. I don't know. There's no good matchups anymore, though.
The odds for that fight, if it is to happen in 2022, you can bet on the money line now with Calvin Kattar at -200, Arnold Allen at +170.
Oof. Fuck. That's an impossible line for me not to bet. Already. They'll probably get fucking jabbed to bets. Calvin Kattar looks so fucking good.
I know that line will just get better for that ticket line. Like Calvin will just get more favored on the line. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know,
100%. 100%. People will fucking take Calvin there. Like, I'm fucking, and as a fan, I'm like, but yeah, as I said, there's no good matchups for him now. What are the other options?
That's one.
You call out him. That's clearly he called him out for a reason. He not only respects him, but he thinks he can beat him. But like, yeah, it's either that you're calling out him, calling out Yair, you're calling out.
Want some even crazier odds?
Ortega.
Kattar versus
I guess I'd rather
Topuria. They have odds for that.
Wait, who versus Topuria?
Kattar.
Oh,
you want to know the line for that?
Sure.
I don't know why they have a line for that. I don't.
Yeah, it's weird.
I haven't seen anyone talk about it. But if that fight is to happen right now, Calvin Kattar is -140, Ilia Topuria +120. Ilia Topuria is getting more respect on the line than Arnold Allen already.
Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's how much these lines are going to respect Ilia Topuria. People are starting to see it. People are starting to see. I know I'm far from the only person in the MMA gambling community to be high on Topuria. I jumped on the train late, if anything.
But also at the same time, are we going to fucking see Topuria at 145? Couldn't make the weight last time.
I guess we shall see.
Like, he's ranked still 15th at fucking featherweight, but like, I don't know. I don't think he has going to have as much success at lightweight, obviously, fighting some of those guys, but like, his body can't do it. His body can't do it at the same time, but we'll see. But yeah, literally the only other options is you're not fighting Calvin Kattar, you're fighting Ortega or Yair. Probably has the best chance against Kattar, I guess, because he could maybe grind on him with grappling and clinch work. It's going to be tough to take him down, but
you could argue he would maybe have a better time going for the takedown against Yair. We saw
but Yair's guard's scarier
than Kattar's, yeah, for sure. But I think it'd be harder to get Kattar down than Yair.
Yeah,
I suppose we'll see who they get matched up with. Or it's
for sure. Definitely not set in stone. Both guys want it though, right? I think Kattar said he's game.
I think Calvin Kattar's always game.
You're right. Good point.
So yeah, I couldn't imagine Calvin Kattar saying no to a fight.
Oh, absolutely. Main event, for sure. That was a great main event. I thought that Tom Aspinall kind of came out there and did what the UFC wanted him to do, or thought that it was time for him to do. Fucking went
he blew me away.
He looked great. He did what I thought he would do.
He blew me away more than anyone else on the card, to be honest with you.
It was good shit, man. Honestly, it was good shit. I was happy for him. I felt that. I really wanted him to drop that elbow finish. I think I had some 36-1 Tom Aspinall via elbows or something. It was something crazy.
I think it was like 15. I think it was like 15, and you probably put something unreasonable on it. But we hit the round one sub.
He was elbowing him, Doug. You remember he's elbowing him, fucking Volkov, and I'm like, Dan, elbows. And Dan goes, fuck off, and he's ping, bouncing Volkov's head, fucking off the ground.
I lost a chunk on this one because I had the tough. I made my main play on Volkov, and they boosted Aspinall by KO all the way up to +375. Mm-hmm. And I said, fine, I'll hedge with that and just really hope it's not an Aspinall sub or decision, because I didn't see Aspinall winning by decision. So it was a tough beat for me on that one, but we soak it. Like I said, Aspinall fucking
surprised you,
shocked me.
Yeah,
like doing that to Volkov. Showing that level of ground skill and showing that his hand speed can translate against the tallest, rangiest of guys at the heavyweight division. Mm-hmm. Man, if they do him versus Tuivasa next, that's a lot of fun. I'd like to see that. But one fight I'm going to have to see at some point in the future is Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. That's the future of the heavyweight division to me, 100%.
It'd be great. It'd be a
Yeah,
great
that's
fucking
almost.
fight.
I almost prefer that to Ivasa.
I don't know. I see. My thing is, I debate whether now is necessarily the time for it, because the UFC likes to have guys fight who are going in the same direction. Generally, especially close to the top, with all these guys piling up at heavyweight. So, say you get Cyril versus, I mean, you could do Cyril versus Tom and Ty versus.
Well, one of them probably
Stipe,
goes against
but
Curtis
then
Blaydes.
John
We'll get to
Jones.
it later, but after he
True.
wins tonight, but one of
That's
them probably
true.
does.
Biggie Boy's still out there. Actually, he's fighting Tybura, I think, or yeah, in a few weeks. I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, Baby
Yeah.
Boy.
That's my thoughts on the main event.
London card.
Unbelievable.
The London card was great.
Yeah,
love the London
I saw that
One of my
fucking
favorite
KO
fights.
TKO. I was like, that's classic fucking Betway trying to scum trap. Said, and then I go, I think I don't know if I played any money on the straight finish, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I had the round. Because pretty much we talked about it last week on the stream. I bet the 1-2 Aspinall, 3-4-5 Volkov, and I said, yeah, 8 or plus 800 or 7 plus 700, 8-1 on the sub. I said that's too high for the guy with the jiu-jitsu pedigree that he has. So that was a nice little cherry on top of the great night.
Yeah, but you ended up your main pick from last card had been Volkov, correct? Like when we sat here and picked, was it?
Yeah, I kind of said it was. I probably said Volkov on the stream, but I didn't
I'm just wondering.
betting any straight money on him.
Okay, just one. But yeah, fuck. That was pretty much the London card. I don't know, man. I thought that card was pretty good. I think it was one of those cards that you're not gonna get another one of those for a couple years maybe, because that kind of card in London with the environment it had, with all the people from there fighting that just performed that night with the energy levels. I don't know, man. There's only certain ways you could top it, and that might be if there was belt fights up there and stuff like that to add on to it. It was some crazy fight, card there. That would be the only way you could top it.
The whole week felt special, to be honest. I felt a different buzz. It felt like a pay-per-view week, did it not? Almost like
it did. And
sure.
that's the way I think more of these fight nights should feel, though, right? Like I think it's all the props in the world to the fighters. There's no such thing as a small card. They're all fighting. It's the spectacle of being able to sell these extra, pay-per-views to watch it. But you're still selling the spectacle of fighting. You're still doing that thing that you're only going to get to do a couple times a year, once or twice a year for some of these guys, sometimes never a year. We don't see you at all during the year, right? I mean, it's something that should be celebrated, right? So I enjoy the way that the media kind of is taking on some of these fight nights, and I think the media is getting shit. I think just even in the last year and a half, in the last 2 years, the media for MMA right now is picking up like crazy. I think it's picking up like crazy. Like Dan always says, though, it's a growing sport, and that's what we're a part of. So it's kind of common it's going to be common to see shit like that, and to see these different people stick onto it, and you're like, who the fuck are these people? They're just trying to make money. Well, it's a growing sport nonetheless, right? And everyone gets in where they fit in, right? And the sport is growing, so I don't know, man. I enjoy seeing the card promoted like that. I felt like that was awesome. I enjoyed it. You could only wish that you'd have UFC Fight Night Columbus like that, but it's fucking Columbus, right? It's not. We're not jumping.
Oh
out
yeah,
the gym,
it's terrible. It's a terrible follow up.
Yeah, exaci. We're not.
And then the fucking pay per view is not. It's only Jacksonville too. It's not even Vegas. It's like okay. Really big downswing. The pendulum swings back as it always does. But I think they do try and top it. I don't know what you guys think.
no
but they probably.
place
They maybe try.
no place to lower expectations like Florida.
And I knew it was going to be, I was thinking, I think my brother asked me, he goes, what time's the card on this week? And I said, I don't know. It's probably going to be an early one, though, because all the fight nights have been early. 4 o'clock.
It's probably going to be 4. Yeah, it's probably going to be 4.
It says 4.
Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern.
But also, I think they probably they try and do a pay-per-view in London. They do a bigger venue because they got fucking, part of the reason they treated it so big is they pull in a $4.5 million gate. It's not it's pretty nice little chunk for the UFC. Probably why he's throwing out 50K bonuses left and right.
How many did he give out?
But I
don't
think they
even
try
know.
and run it back later this
Every
year.
fighter
Pay per view.
that got a finish.
Leon Edwards versus Kamara. That's the main event.
Every fighter that got a finish.
You know how amazing that would be if that was standard practice?
This is all. This just it correlates to the way he's feeling. This guilt-ridden. It's guilt-ridden Dana White. You're seeing it here first, folks. Everyone gets a bit. He's been fucking. I can't even get into it. See, that's the shit I'd rather sit down and talk about. Is me shitbagging UFC for an hour. I don't have time for that.
We'll talk about that after. Well, we can talk about it after.
I don't have time to shitbag UFC for an hour. We haven't even gone through the card. There you go.
That's what I mean. So we'll put a pin on it. We can talk about it after the card because it's been one of the most topical things of the week as far as UFC news is gone. But
I'm gonna
before we move on, last thing, answer my question. You guys think they do Leon versus Kamara? They try and do that in the UK?
No.
Why not?
No, I think they've already got that one figured out. I think they've already probably know where that's going to be.
Yeah, I think like Doug was saying, I think Kamara has already structured it so he's set to where he's going to have his next fight. Now,
I mean, I saw a video
of kind of in the whole thing. They kind of said they wanted to fight on the same card, and that was kind of the.
Well, that's the UFC always goes for bigger. There was a video of
Dana congratulating Leon for getting his shot, so it makes me feel like they're actually like in talks to make it. I don't know. I feel like that.
Well, that's the fight.
They want to come back this year, but I don't know if they'd be able to do it. They're only booked up until June right now. I think that fight probably takes place in the summer. And can you get a pay-per-view in London scheduled by the summer based around that?
100%.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's even that fight's even going to be as far as August.
I don't even know if Kamara can punch anything right now.
Wasn't his hand thing like 6 weeks until he could start training?
It's probably until he can fucking use it. Like his fucking hands are
masturbate again.
Jesus Christ. No, I see what you mean, but like I think the UFC always tries to go for try and one up themselves, and that's you do have it with a fucking British-born fucking fighter fighting for a belt. Doesn't really fucking can't get bigger than that. So
that's what it would have to be. I told you that's
what other guy, unless it's Aspinall's not going to be fighting for July. Title. Fuck, that's a fucking terrible timeline for fucking Kamara. I don't like that. He should be waiting, fight one last time in fucking November against fucking Leon and retiring.
It seems like Kamara. The headline of a Bloody Elbow article is targeted for July, and the co-headline is seems like Kamara Usman's hand injury won't keep him out of action for too long.
What's he had hand injuries with?
He had an injury going into the last Colby fight. I think he had like something torn in a ligament in his hand.
They're planning it for international fight week.
He's falling apart. He's falling apart like an old.
I don't know if they can advise him to fight anymore. Bro, he's all shot up with cortisol and shit. He's probably just like a walking 100%. Cortisol shot.
But we already know this. We've already said this. The guys are fucking.
We've been saying this we have been saying this since we started this fucking
talking on
YouTube.
Every single fight, you can find any fucking breakdown on a Kamara fight.
Yeah, do you remember when I was picking Gilbert Burns to beat him? He's made out of nothing. Someone's got to get him at some point.
He fucking knocked him down, goddammit.
Everyone kept saying Gilbert was going to kick his knees out. That was
Gilbert Burns going to knock us.
Nobody's yet. Everybody has not fucking. Nobody's thrown the leg kicks consistently yet.
No one's really gone for leg kicks consistently against him.
No, nobody has. And fucking Gilbert fucking might have if he didn't fucking make a dumbass decision and fucking walk his ass onto a fucking right hand. Because let's fucking not forget this fucking Gilbert had his ass fucking hurt.
He did.
Yeah.
We could be like, oh, fucking that's stupid about on Gilbert, but like fucking he had him hurt. That was his fucking chance. We'll talk about fucking Gilbert 2 weeks from now. And his match with the devil. Not the devil.
Well, is it next? It's next week we have a card and then we have a week off, right?
No, we have a break next week, right?
That's what I mean.
This week is card, then UFC. Break, and then April 9th is the pay-per-view.
True. Yeah, so we probably won't do a fight guys. We probably won't do a fight guys next week. And then we'll go fight guys with
fuck wouldn't we do a fight guys?
Next week?
I don't understand. Like, why wouldn't we?
Well, with no card, I thought you'd want a break or something like that.
No. I'd rather get this down pat and I gotta get some shit ironed out with this, like so it looks better and stuff.
All right, well, on to
season
UFC
3,
Columbus.
like season 2.
Beautiful
Not
Columbus,
like season
Ohio.
1. Yeah, let's get on to Columbus, Ohio.
Let's get into it. 1 hour in. Classic fight, guys.
Exactly. Yeah, first fight of the night. We got 145 pound. Yeah, go start off the bat. We got Luis Saldana and Bruno Souza. Saldana, I've been kind of a fan of in his last couple of fights. I mean, I'm not like, I don't think he's fucking the best in the world. Like, I do think that he's got some skills. And you know what? I think he does come to fight. Like, I think he's kind of a little bit exciting when it comes to fight. So when it comes to the fight game, so I'm okay with seeing a guy in Saldana in there. You know, he kicks off the night pretty well. This Bruno Souza cat. I was gonna say the only place I've seen him, I've only ever seen him once, and that was against Bagdasarian. I don't remember any of those LFA fights, but I remember LFA 102. But I don't remember any of those fights. But honestly, I think that this is going to be one of those fights where you kind of got to go for the guy that's maybe a little bit more impressive all around, who has a little bit more of a well-rounded game, who's been in there with a little bit better opponents. And with that, I'd probably end up going with Souza. I'm taking Souza in this one. I think they both seen guys that are questionable, but I'm going to take Souza. I think he's just seen a little bit better. I think he wants to get a win after this one. To go 2 losses straight in the UFC would be crazy, but
yeah, I agree. I'm going Souza. I think it's a pretty even fight. There's no official play from me, but Saldana, I think he picks his shots a little bit too much. So the volume is going to be an advantage for Souza, and I think that's what's going to get him the win overall.
Nice. Dan?
Yeah, I'm not going to bet on this fight because Saldana's gas tank. It's not fully, I don't know. I think I may be thinking too much into the Tucker Lutz fight because Tucker Lutz had great pressure, especially down the stretch. But Saldana does fucking throw everything to fucking take your fucking head off or fucking mush your liver. So I think if skill for skill, Saldana is the better fighter. Absolutely. But I think I could potentially be looking at a Bruno Souza live bet if I see Saldana starting to fade. But I think we're seeing just be probably a stand-up battle, mostly kicks, and Saldana's a better kicker. So neither of guys have fought. Like, Souza got pretty handled by Bagdasarian, but like Saldana hasn't really fought anybody yet. Lingo was, I don't know, not really a loss you want to take coming up. So yeah, I'm going the other way on this one. Saldana, but I'm not betting it.
So no official plays from anybody here.
No.
All right, on the next.
You're not fucking throwing up any fucking official plays. Don't exist.
I don't have any official plays. That's exactly why I can just throw them up whenever I want. Next one's David Dobrak and Mateusz Nikolai. That's a hard fight for me to pick.
It's a great fight buried in this card.
Great fight. I love that that's the second fight of the night.
It's a dark horse fight of the night for me.
Completely agree.
Not even dark horse. They'll never let us bet that though.
Yeah, my pick is Dvorak though. I'm going with him. I think he's overall more well-rounded. I see Nicolau having the advantage in the ground game, but I see Dvorak winning the stand-up exchanges and being able to compete on the ground, or at least avoid the grappling to the point where he'll be able to win a decision or maybe even get a finish in the standing.
Yeah, it's going to be a close-ass fight. I'm leading Nicolau, especially at dog odds. I haven't locked in an official play yet because I'm kind of waiting to see how the line's been moving. I don't know what it's necessarily at right now. I'll pull that up. I don't think it's an outlandish statement to fucking say that Dvorak's more well-rounded, but I'd probably say say that? Or wait, did you say Dvorak's more well-rounded or Nikolaev's more well-rounded?
I said Dvorak.
Yeah, I'd kind of say Nikolaev's a bit more well-rounded. Like, he's shown that he has that ability and explosiveness with the grappling. That like, if somebody's gonna mix it up and probably win a round or two with the grappling, I'd probably lean towards Nikolaev doing that. Dvorak probably has the crisper strikes, but like, I just think Nikolaev, he's kind of bounced out of the UFC, not really deserving to be so after one knockout loss. Since he's come back, he's shown to be very good against high level competition. So it's gonna be a great fight, but I'll probably end up locking in a play on Nikolaev before the end of the week. Just money
To
line.
clarify too, I did say Nikolaev had the ground advantage, but overall, when you put together the ground and the stand up, I favored Dvorak.
Nikolaev's fucking hands,
But yeah,
fucking,
no,
like, especially exchanging with fucking
it's
Manal Cap,
It's
super cap.
Mm-hmm.
It's a super
That
hard
was a
fight
frustrating
for me to pick,
fight.
but
Yeah,
I would-
there's
I would-
definitely no official play for me on this one.
I would probably I would say that like it's gonna get fucking dicey, but I'm thinking Nikolaev too. After I just think that it's gonna be Nikolaev in this one, but it's gonna be dice. I'm gonna pick Nikolaev. Decision.
Like, obviously you have to take into account the winning streak, but like if it's not for a winning streak like that, Dvorak, I don't think he deserves to be the favorite. Like, I would probably, if I was to line this fight, I'd probably flip it despite the winning streak.
100%.
Just based on the level of competition. Like, especially Dvorak, like spending all the years on like the fucking Russian regional scene, like a lot of these guys are fucking cans.
Who you betting on in the Maya and Ferro fight?
Well, I think we don't need to talk about it too much because
Too much. I don't even want to.
But me and Dougie, I think, are both pretty heavily on Firo here. Pretty easy fight for her, I think.
It's my first play. My first official play is 4 units on her by decision. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Every time I've turned on the tape for Fioro, I've been wowed. Every time I've seen her fight, I've gone, this girl is the future of the division. I think my only concern with her is that they're going to rush her too quickly and put her in there with Valentina right after this. Not sure if she's quite ready for that yet, but I think she's very capable at this point in her career of beating a girl like Jennifer Maia. I think she has all the tools in her box, and the reason for betting decision, Jennifer Maia has only ever been finished once. She's a pretty reliable veteran. So I'll take Manon Fiorot to win by decision more than 50% of the time.
Nice. I'm on that too. I'm definitely going to take Manon Ferro decision. I'm not.
Yeah, I'll probably end up back in the decision as well, for sure. I was already looking at
back in decisions. I don't fucking really heavily stray past decisions in most women fights unless they're technique specialists or the matchup strain.
Fioro's dangerous though. She is one of these girls that can finish.
I know.
That's
yeah,
my
but against Tabitha Ritchie and like all these, like I don't know, like Maya's been in there with the best of the best. Like
I'm confident enough that I made my play on decision. For sure. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if she Arnold Allened us, if you will.
Or you mean fucking
maybe not quite to that degree.
I'm exaggerating. Next week and just spitting back for some.
But yeah.
Past that fight. Let's get past it. Like that's our.
No. I just wanted to add because I got a couple official plays on this one. Like also Firo, like it's kind of similar to Mikayev, like one of those people we've actually been able to see go through not like just some random fucking amateur scene, but she's like tested internationally as well. I think she didn't win in 2017, but I don't even fucking know because all these are in 2017 actually. I think maybe she lost in 2016, she ended up winning the IMMAF title in
she lost her first fight to Lee McCourt, and then she's won all of them since then.
That looks pretty bad now because fucking Lee McCourt's garbage, but that was probably it's split decision though. So yeah, I'm not gonna didn't bother to go fucking look down on the fucking archives for that one.
People lose their debut. Amanda Nunes lost her debut. It's a overharped on thing, but
for sure, and get it away early. Get that loss out of the way then to fucking now you go now. Like, and they probably will. Guess what? Shevchenko likes her fucking victims at their weakest, so she'll probably demand that she gets Firo next just to get her at her most raw and inexperienced.
That's pretty true. So that's
yeah, but that we don't need to talk
pushed her
much more
pretty
about this
quickly.
one unless you have any other comments, Doug. But one unit on, I think it's one unit on Magney, Furo, and Kizriev, and I have 3 units on just Furo and Kizriev. 2 fights where I'd just be absolutely shocked if both the people lost, but especially Furo, like it's a step up, but she's better. I think she's better everywhere, and we don't see Maya mixing the grappling enough to make me be worried. So
Yeah, I do also have Fioro in a parlay with Neil Magney.
We'll get to him. What do we got next here?
You next? Is it?
We got your boy Kizriev. You go ahead. Talk about him.
Yeah.
Dan.
Sorry, I slide down there. What happened, sir?
I said you're like who we got next? I said we got your boy Kizriev. Why don't you talk about him?
Oh, sorry, I didn't even hear that. Yeah, Kizriev. I'd kind of call this fight Contender Series 2.0 kind of fight. You got Kizriev getting fed an absolute
Tulumin is shit.
Oh, he's not good at all. He's fought.
I don't know where have I seen this fucking guy before. I've heard of him before. It's not the first time I fucking read his name.
Generic. It looks like a fucking. You probably saw him in fucking DayZ.
No, I think there's someone else who has this last name. There's someone else who has this last name. That fights,
really?
His brother.
I'm just kind of guessing because I also recognize the name, but it's definitely not. Maybe I'm tripping as well, but I'm kind of just guessing because
he does kind of look familiar now that you say it.
I feel the same way that I recognize the name, but I don't recognize him.
Yeah, and with Kizriev, I call it Contender Series because the only reason Tulin is on this roster is the UFC roster currently is to take this loss, and they'll probably just find a way to cut him after this. I don't know. They probably got him on a 1 fight, and Tulin's just I don't know. I'll give it. I guess having the shot's better than not. But right now, Pat, he's Sean Strickland's training partner, and so he's just in Vegas, ready to take the fight. Kizriev's been matched up. I think he's had 3 or 4 fights fall through, including his previous the fight he was matched up with going into this week or 2 weeks ago. So Tulin's also take this on 11 days notice, Pat.
Okay, we don't even need to talk about this. We don't even need to waste any more seconds on this shit then.
Kizriev's
I'm gonna go with Kizriev as well. Probably finish. I'm thinking, how many times has Tulin been finished? Does he normally crack in the first round? Oh yeah. He likes to go for it. Maybe I'll take him around.
Look who he's fighting and look where he's fighting him, Pat. It's not even fucking like Kizriev. Kizriev's like a Dagestani. He's fucking just rolling through other people.
What do you know about 0-11, bitch?
Oh, Pat, I just gotta say this. Guess who Kizriev has beat? Go look at that real quick.
No one that's 0-11, bitch. Here, let me go look at it.
Fucking Paul Harris.
Quick question: what's going on with that? Oh wait, never mind. Okay, it must have been canceled and just unlisted. Never mind.
Pat, he beat up washed Paul Harris a few years ago.
Really?
Oh yeah, this guy. I watched it. It's pretty fun. Just beat the shit out of him. But yeah, he's just one of these guys. Like nobody wants to fight him. All these guys backing out, but he's getting better matchups.
How old is this fucking guy then? How many fucking years has this fucking guy been fighting for?
My only worry is that he hasn't fought since September of 2020 for Kizriev. But I don't think that really matters against such low-level competition.
Good fight to get back in there.
Yeah, totally. Great get back fight. They know what they're doing with this guy. Keep the Russians undefeated. Let's go.
Contender Series.
Roll Tide.
But I did manage to fucking beat the movement, but I wasn't paying the price that you're paying now. Like it's almost unplayable now. Unless you get a nice finish line or something like that. But at the straight money for Kizriev, people have bet the fuck out of it.
Yeah, you told me to get on that earlier in the week, and I didn't get on his tape in time, so I feel I've missed the boat for now. I'll see what I can do with the props when I get around to it.
Yeah, finishes at 1.44. Yikes. That's fucking... Oh, God.
Yeah, no.
If they give me something good on the sub, I'll probably play that. Because he is a bit of a neck snatcher. He likes the rear naked choke, especially. Okay, yeah. On the next one though, this is another
dust
great
through the
fucking
next one.
fight. Another fight of the night contender.
Wait, what?
Chris
Which one do you
Gutierrez.
have next? Oh shit! No,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I skipped ahead one. Fuck. I was looking at Sarah McMahon, Carol Rosso.
Oh yeah,
my bad,
God,
my bad.
yeah, that would
No,
have been
yeah.
a fucking sick joke.
This one's a banger. You had
Um,
me fucking lost there for a second.
Yeah, Batchery Dana versus Chris Gutierrez. And I'll sum it up pretty quickly. I think this goes one of two ways. Either Batchery is the first guy to knock out Chris Gutierrez and he starches him in the first round, or Chris Gutierrez is probably going to scrape out a greasy decision.
Yeah, he'll just hack away at Batriel's fucking legs the whole fight. Just keep him at the end of his shots. I think it could be closer than we think, but I think that's going to be the way it goes. He either gets taken out of there in the first round. It's just the way that the numbers look on this fight, but that's probably the way that Batriel will go in there, try and get him out. Don't let a guy like Gutierrez get started and find his range. I think Gutierrez finds that range, avoids getting knocked out, goes in there and gets a decision victory over Batriel.
I'm going with Batriel in this one. I like Gutierrez. I think he's a tough out for anyone, but I also think he's beatable. I think he's one of these guys, almost, he has that leg kick that's his good weapon. It gives people trouble. He's known for it. But until later in the fight, might have trouble showing you some other weapons. Yeah. And I think Batriel is gonna. I don't know if he can finish him, but I think he's just gonna prove the better fighter. Again, no official play.
Mm-hmm. Like when you watch it though, like it was the only fight he's got 3 first round finishes in a row, right? And like the fight he didn't finish was against Alatang Ali, who's a fucking take an absolute shot. I think he wasn't able to get finished by Casey Kenny in an absolute beating either. Guy's got an iron chin, so I don't know. Could be one of these guys that like I think Brandon Davis, right, in his last fight had been knocked out before until he fought this motherfucker. So
yeah, when you look at it, I mean, you really can't bet on a guy you've never seen knocked out or not shown to be chinny to be knocked out. It's not profitable, so it's difficult to bet on Batriel inside the distance.
But then you see him though; he's like backing away and getting these fucking check left hook knockouts as he's backing up, and it's like, holy fuck, this guy could just be a motherfucker. And that fucking he almost like it was close. He lost that third round against Alatang, but he was winning the beginning of the fight for sure. It was just the grappling advantage of Alatang, but this would be close. I think it
good fight.
I don't know. I've been back and forth. I've been close to locking in a Chris Gutierrez decision bet, probably like a unit, just because of that. Like, because I don't see him
looking
finishing.
at line wise there.
Plus 240.
Ooh, that's tempting.
Because like even like sometimes he doesn't even look like he's winning these fights and he wins these greasy decisions. He just finds a way. Oh wait, yeah, my crazy ass has this in my notes. Could be a potential draw. Battery.
I honestly think you said that enough fucking times and it hasn't hit fucking one time. You've said it enough though.
I could fucking
start getting it up on film. He says it all the
time. What the fuck are you talking about?
All the time, like 4 or 5 times a year is enough.
Put up or shut up. Make the compilation or I don't want to hear it.
No, man, I don't have those.
Yeah, that's just absolute fucking
slander.
I haven't probably said it in about 5 months.
Oh my god. Maybe. No, I think you said it recently. When's the last time I said that? I can't remember what fight, but I feel like it was recent.
Well, guess what? Stay tuned, bitch. That's all I gotta say. I gotta say is stay tuned, bitch.
I'm betting it. I'm betting
literally,
it.
It was last fucking week. Remember what did he start? No. He said he was saying during the what was it? The fucking Timor fight.
That one could have been a draw in hindsight.
That's after the fight.
Oh, you mean but he does like to pick them in before too and go. I have this fucking written.
I've talked about it.
I have calls when it's gonna look amazing, and your stream's gonna get all the fucking credit. Sit back, shut up, and be thankful.
No, Dougie. Just you wait. Just you watch him. Even if I did hit it, he wouldn't even fucking give me the glory. He'd be like, "Oh, it's lucky."
Clip it your damn self.
You bet a draw? Oh my god, I would be.
No. But I may have talked about it, but I don't. I've never actually fucking. I don't think because I've really even bet
a
it.
draw. That'd be fucking crackpot shit. But let's go to the the next fight. I don't have anything to say about this.
Knocks him down in the first. No, but also stay tuned. May have another draw prediction later in this card. So fuck you, motherfucker.
I don't even want to hear it. Just keep that draw shit.
I defended you not saying it a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Guess what it is. 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 Guess what it is on. Guess what it is on 365. Guess what it is.
What?
81-1. Woohoo! Oh, I'm betting it.
Of course,
betting
yeah,
it.
man. Bet it. You'll look like a fucking.
Betting it right now.
I'll bet it. You're just picking a guy that had a draw in his history. Does your other draw pick have a draw in the recent fights?
Probably.
Oh, I don't even want to hear this shit.
Because it's Styles. It's Styles.
Draw style. He's got a draw style. Carol Rosa and Sarah McMahon.
Carol Rosa, no official
That's
play.
funny. I'm putting $5 on that right now. $5 to win 405.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Carol Rosa too. I don't fucking hate
Sarah McMahon's a one-trick pony with her wrestling. Don't know if she can use it enough to get the win in this one.
But her wrestling's good enough to make me not like the line. I see a lot of people laying chalk on Rosa and putting her in these big parlays.
No chalk.
Not nearly as confident in her. Not nearly as confident as him with somebody like Furo. I have put down my notes here. Potential live bet for Rosa. Because McMahon, especially if she gets a dominant first round of just grappling, heavy grappling, she's consistently done that in fights and then just lost in the second round. I think there's actually good money on the finish, and Sarah McMahon tends to get finished in all her fights that she loses. But at the same time, it's by submission, and Rosa's more of a striker, so I don't know. Probably a good fight to stay away from, but if I get a juicy enough line, like if I get like probably plus money after the first round on Rosa, it's probably worth the shot.
Okay, yeah.
But
next fight, Neil Magney, Max Griffin. That's a banger. Not really, but I like seeing Neil Magney, and Max Griffin's at this point. That's a good fight, and they're both of their careers. I'm okay with this fight. They're both coming off pretty impressive little kind of mid towards end of the career little kind of stints where they've had a couple fights in a row for each of them now, which is, it's been impressive. I've enjoyed seeing kind of Neil Magney take out his craftsmanship in the fight game on some of these guys like Robbie Lawler in his last couple fights, and now it's kind of Carlos Condit. I mean Carlos Condit with Max Griffin. It's kind of the same thing. Max kind of took him out, so I think Max is gonna try and look to not like actually take him out, like knock him out, but I think Max Griffin's gonna look in there, go to try and take out another old legend in Neil Magney, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Magney gets him on points here. I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna say about this one. I think Magney's just gonna use his range a little bit better. I think Max Griffin tends to stuff his work. I just think Neil Magney moves around the octagon a lot better than Max Griffin.
Magney's clinch work is some of the best in MMA to me. I think
100%.
He forces the clinch on everyone, and he'll force Max Griffin into the clinch and use that control to win a decision, in my eyes, pretty comfortably. I can see the exchanges standing being relatively even, but I think Neil Magney will more dictate how the fight goes. He'll look more in control and take over as it goes on, win the decision. I've got 2 units on the Magney decision, and like I said, the official play of the Neil Magney Fioro moneyline parlay, which is 2 units.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't really have much to add that you guys haven't already covered. It's kind of just got KO or bust kind of situation, I think, for Max Griffin, and we've seen Magney being able to handle bigger strikers as of late. He's got the size advantage. He's got the youth advantage. I don't know. think it's a fight that I'd be pretty shocked if Max Griffin comes out here and like just absolutely stuns him and takes him out. Even if he does hit him with some big shots, Magney probably clinches him up and drags him out to a 29-28 or something like that. Like, kind of surprised you got Magney on. Like, I think, is this still the undercard?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird, but like, yeah, he is kind of getting
Crazy.
a bit
We were
older,
talking
but
about
he's been
Magney
fighting well.
Chimaev.
Well, he's one of those dogs putting his name out there. Nobody's called Chimaev out more than Magney.
Yeah.
Crazy son bitch. But yeah, I also have, as I said earlier, I have Magney in a parlay. Got him a slightly better money than he is right now. People have kind of honed in on him being a pretty solid pick for this week. But I think he's still playable for parlays.
Yeah, I got him down at -188. I think he's moved in closer to the -250 range.
Yeah, but I'll probably join you on the decision as well. I think it's pretty
I got that at
pretty
-106.
solid. Unless he just snatches the neck or something like that. I don't really see that though. On to the next one. Slava Claus versus Bone Crusher. What a fucking
Banger.
Slava Claus
fight.
is Brendan's favorite. Remember, Brendan loves Slava Claus. He'll be here this weekend screaming on Slava Claus.
Hold on.
Okay, well
Yeah, I'm
getting
taking.
into
We're
this-
just gonna keep going. Oh, he's got something.
Oh
He's dancing. Oh my God, he
What's
just
he
break
doing?
his ACL. He's dancing.
shit. Oh, is he trying to do the Russian dance? Holy fuck. Can't even see it with the black. Gotta go full screen on this bitch.
Craziness.
Yeah, you're gonna
see it. It's crazy.
you're gonna
He's
tear
an
something.
ACL.
Holy shit.
I love
Tuggy's
it.
gonna be on the IR for fucking next week's fight, guys.
I don't know. I don't take DeCasey anymore. I don't even know if he's really
Bone
UFC
Crusher,
level-
Pat.
UFC
We-
level at this point.
Ride with the Bone Crusher.
I haven't ridden with
Bone
fucking
size.
Well-
Eddie.
Gentlemen, I don't know if you're aware, but Bone Crusher actually has 2 fights this week. He's fighting Doug Las Vegas in my career mode this Friday.
Oh, you're
So,
fighting fucking DeCasey this week?
Yeah, I didn't even realize it when I recorded the video. I record way fucking ahead. So, like, in the video, I'm matched up
Oh.
with JaCasey, and then I go,
Yeah, I watched that
I think
today.
he has a fight coming up. Or I say
Yeah,
something
because I
like
remember
that.
I was watching the episode, and I guess I knew it wasn't before the tape because you're like, oh, what's the Casey's nickname again? And it was literally just I was just immediately said Bone Crusher
Bone
when I was watching the
Crusher.
episode today. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
you better
I
watch out.
record like a
Bone
week
Crusher may
ahead.
fuck you up, but Bone Crusher may. Fuck you
I
up
know
on
what
your debut.
happens. I know what happens. So
I know what happens.
I know what happens. My
but
prediction.
you're
yeah,
gonna want
I'm
to tune
taking-
in.
Bone
I'm
Crusher's
taking
second
Boris-
round knockout against Douglas Vegas. That's my prediction.
I'm taking Borishev, and I think it's gonna be.
Oh,
I think
that's
it's gonna
great.
be via fetish too. Even though
You said
DeCasey
DeCasey
doesn't
finished
get
Borshev?
No, I'm taking Borishev to finish DeCasey.
Oh,
I think it could be a decision though. This is one of those ones where DeCasey slides out of the way and fucking gets a decision.
I'm on the decision.
Yeah.
I think Slava Claus gets the decision.
Yeah.
I'm looking into an official play. Stay tuned. Follow. But DouglasVegasBets.net.
But
yeah.
that's all
I
I'm
think
saying.
it's Pat is kind of, because he's alluded to. I think we've kind of been scorned by DeCasey
DeCasey.
before. I don't even know what, but
He's
that would
shit.
really only be the Alves fight. What fight? Maybe the hack. The hack press
The
fight.
bite-
Maybe back
I
in
haven't
the
bet on
day.
this guy for fucking years, bro. Years.
But he beat
Since your
Venata. I feel like
since
we
your
probably were
fucking
on
birthday,
Venata.
bro.
No, but
Since,
we probably.
since I think I watched him fucking. The guy for
No, but
fight fucking.
I'm
Hooker.
willing to bet that we took Venata against him back in fucking September of 2019. But I think it's
Yep,
gonna be.
It was literally that card. It was literally that fucking card. It was literally Dan Hooker. Fucker. Fucking Dan Hooker. Fucking. That was literally Dan's birthday. Fucking me sitting there.
Oh, it
going,
was
"What
Cyborg
the
Hole.
fuck?"
Yeah.
Going, what the fuck am I doing with myself with this money on this DeCasey red mohawk motherfucker? It's like, fuck. I was like so mad. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, I can't even believe it. I don't think I've touched him since then. So that there you go. That's your dividend. There's your fucking check right there. I'm not fucking touching that guy with a 10-foot pole. I don't know how he's still in the UFC. That's impressive.
No,
He hasn't fucking beat
he's
anybody.
definitely. Well, guess
He's
what?
had
He's definitely back.
Six
He's back in the
fucking
corner.
fights that have been canceled.
He's backed into the
That's
corner.
how you stay. That's how you stay in the UFC, folks. Get enough fights booked, they just get canceled. But yeah, fuck it. I'm taking Borishev in there. Probably get a decision.
Man, it's too bad he didn't get that Jai Herbert fight. He probably beats Jai Herbert.
Oh, and then we see him getting sleepoed by Topuria. Perfect. Even better. But yeah, back to next fight. Let's go to the next fight.
No. Don't fucking skip me, motherfucker. Don't fucking
didn't go? Okay, go.
Don't you dare. It might be bone crusher time. I haven't bet it yet, but I don't fucking think Slava Claus is that fucking good. He's got good hands.
What? There's Slava Claus's biggest fan. He's in the chat.
Yeah, but he should come in and give his take. I just haven't seen, like, for the line that he's at right now, I haven't seen enough experience and quality fights out of Borishev to back him there. I think it could be a fucking situation where we have Bone Crusher backed up against fucking fence, kind of literally and figuratively, with his UFC contract on the line. Guy's only 29. He has a fucking ton of talent. He was in there against Fiziev, trading with the motherfucker and giving him a good fight in the third round.
Jay Blues.
Didn't really even take a lot of good hits in that fight against a striker who I'd argue is better than Borishev, with more experience. I don't even think it's not really a preposterous thing to say. Especially if Casey can mix in the grappling. It's a fight I'm either going to completely pass on or end up taking a greasy shot on Casey.
I hear you. Is the line crazy on it already?
Plus 150.
No,
Borshev's 6-1.
So
the line's coming closer. Actually, it's come down this week.
If it was,
Borshev's also been taken down in like every single one of his fucking UFC fights. If it depends on what Mark DeCasey's game plan is.
Doesn't wrestle, so it's.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Fucko.
What fight?
You want me to bring up the stats?
I just want to just remind me. I don't need to hear his overall takedown percentage.
Several fights. He doesn't take people down. I could pretty sure he has several fights with over 2 takedowns.
Really?
Yep. And Borshev's pretty much taken down in all his fights. The fights where he gets grappled, he's either close to losing or he's lost.
You know what? I don't even know why I'm entertaining this. He fucking sucks. DeCasey shouldn't be in the fucking UFC.
I wouldn't.
That's actually what it all comes down to.
No,
let's replace the shit seed.
Bone Crusher would fuck your day up. Don't you dare disrespect him.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not a professional fighter. I don't give a fuck. Bone Crusher shit. Guess what?
He landed 4 takedowns against Lando Venata.
I am a professional at a job, and guess what?
Boom,
I don't
4 takedowns. Lando Venata.
I don't come out there and lose and cancel 6 in a row and lose 7 straight. Shit.
Those are both decent grapplers too. Suck it. Suck my nuts.
DeCasey, I'm not
against Venata.
I'm not arguing about your fucking takedowns. You're not listening.
Guess what?
I'm not arguing about your takedowns. I'm saying, DeCasey, I don't give a fuck about the takedowns. I don't even know why I'm thinking about it. Because he is shit. He is not UFC level caliber. The UFC has passed him on. When the UFC signed DeCasey, he was this expert level striker. He had these taekwondo skills that would stun guys. He had that wheel kick that knocked somebody out that made people go, oh, fuck. He hasn't shown even a sliver up to that level. And really, his athleticism was that big thing that got him that ticket. I haven't seen fuck all from a guy like DeCasey since then. Not fuck all.
Let me ask you this.
Sure, there's been some takedowns. You're right. You know what? Maybe
Is Brad Riddell shit?
Maybe I am one dimension. Brad Riddell's another one of these guys. Who the fuck's Brad Riddell? What the fuck has Brad Riddell done for me lately?
What do you mean? Who the fuck is?
Lately,
that's all. I need to put that in there.
Come on, son.
Crazy you are. Shows how crazy.
Crazy I am. What business are you in, son? The business where what you get to have 7 years on the roster
so
like
right
DeCasey.
I want you to
7 years on the roster like DeCasey.
I want you to do a shoey on stream if DeCasey wins.
Sure.
Lock it in.
I'll get a shoe ready.
Yeah.
Locked in. Done.
When DeCasey,
locking in for the
guess
weekend.
what? When DeCasey sleeps him in the 3rd round.
DeCasey's not losing anybody.
With that bone crusher right
No, you know what he's going to do? He's going to do that move, just the one that Pat talked about, not the wheel kick, but the one where he does like the little side, you do the side kick on fucking stomach,
yeah.
and then you go up.
No,
He's
I
gonna
know
do
what
that,
Dan.
and
I
he's
know
gonna-
what Dan thinks he's gonna get. I'm not.
No,
thinking
Borshev.
about
Guess what?
this.
It's gonna go happen. Borshev's gonna get out grappled the first 2 rounds. This 6-1 fucking guy is gonna be all tired.
Sleep
gonna
balls
get
to Casey in the third.
Sleep by DeCasey. Then we're gonna
Sleeps.
see a nice. No, DeCasey's gonna sleep ball him.
I know.
Imagine
You're saying
Casey Slava Claus dances.
like,
on his
Dan,
That would be the
fucking grave,
saying
coldest
a
thing ever.
On
reverse-
his
Sleep
grave.
him and then Slava Claus
On
next
his
to
grave.
his body.
Oh.
I think DeCasey's a dangerous guy. He's backed up against the corner. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think he's been backed up against the corner for the last 6 years. He's fucking done. His streak in the UFC is over. He is every fight that this motherfucker.
Wow,
still
the
gets.
Alves fight.
Every
That was unfortunate.
Every time he survives one of those
Got
little
caught.
cut waivers, one of those little cut waivers that goes out from the UFC where it's like bang bang, where it's like that music from Law and
This is
Order,
an entertaining
bang
fight,
bang,
though.
and it's like just cutting motherfuckers left, right, center, bang bang, bang bang.
It's like when
bang,
they
bang.
film motherfuckers on Hard Knocks on cut day in the NFL.
And he's
like,
just
sitting-
surviving. He's just, I hope I don't get a call. And they'll call him about his fucking laundry and shit. Hey, man. Hey, DeCasey. Oh, hey, Dana. Hey, man. Couldn't get your
Can't
shirts
wait.
in. Oh, it's
fucking
okay,
can't
man.
I can't wait
Fuck.
for DeCasey to win this fight.
Whatever, man. Yeah, if he does that,
You
my
guys have
buy-in
both
is,
just laid your biggest chalk of the day with these words.
honestly, this might buy DeCasey. This might be
Oh,
the biggest fight of
what's
the
my
night for me.
shock?
This-
That's just
I'm
disrespecting guys.
kidding. I'm
I'm
kidding.
not-
I'm just trolling. I
he's
want the
not-
fire.
Actually that good though. I actually am. I'm not saying he's shit. Like, oh, he's fucking shit.
You
Alright.
screamed he's shit.
He is shit.
To the mountains.
He's not UFC level caliber. He
We're never
shouldn't
getting
be
Mark
in the
DeCasey
UFC.
on Fight Guys. I can tell you that.
No,
for it.
never. But
After that- not
fucking,
after
because
that.
he's not that good. He's not. Doesn't matter anyway.
This,
He's gonna be on
this is the
fucking.
easy. Pat's called enough people shit that we've got about half the UFC roster. To go
Damn
on.
right. You're damn right, son. Next fight, Alexio
I
Lopez.
ever
fighters
wanted
that-
to
yeah,
interview
onto
a
another
fight,
fight
I'm gonna
full of
punch you in
fighters
the
that aren't that
throat
good.
For knowing you.
100%.
Wait, who's
go,
getting
Dan,
throat
go ahead.
punched? I was just gonna say onto another
Me.
fight with not very good fighters. Latifi versus Olenek. I don't even like. Fuck. How is this
I know,
fight on
not,
the
not,
fucking
I
main
know.
card?
Why is this fight so high on the main card, right? Like, put this
Well,
fight
it's like the
down.
first
and-
fight. It's the wait. This is the first fight of the main card. Oh wait, no, it isn't. There's 6 fights on the
Second
main card.
fight. Second fight of the main card,
oh,
right?
okay.
How many fights is this card? 13? Holy fuck, they're stacking these. Remember when
I think
fights
I
used to
can
be-
I
remember
can
when fight
sum
cards
this
used to be
one
like
up
9?
and make a
Yeah,
good
go ahead,
play
go.
on this one
Go.
pretty quickly though
Do
for
it.
everybody,
That's it.
or at
That's it.
least
Go right ahead.
recommend.
No, do it. 100%.
Latifi and Olenek, we all know Olenek's kind of a one-trick pony at this point. He's been going for the subs at heavyweight for a long time. You look at Ilir Latifi's record; he's never been subbed. He's got the advantage all over the place. I think Latifi gets it done by decision. He could get it done inside the distance. I'm going to take him by decision, plus 240. I just don't see how Olenek gets it done, considering his one path is the sub. We've never seen Latifi subbed. So we can safely... We've got enough of a sample size from both of them that we can assume these are accurate things we're working with, that Latifi's sub defense is going to hold up.
Mm-hmm.
And... excuse me.
Bless you.
But yeah, I think Latifi can use his wrestling to lay on top of him. I think he can be comfortable even in grappling situations with Olenek. I think he's comfortable on the feet. And I don't think Latifi is going to put out enough volume to get a finish.
Yeah. I
So,
don't know.
oh,
You
yeah,
said,
my
you said you think he will put enough volume out to get a finish, or won't.
Well,
yeah, I agree.
my
I
official
agree.
play is Latifi by decision,
Decision,
plus
yeah,
240,
that's-
1 unit.
Yeah, that's what I'm picking too.
That's an official play.
Yep.
Oh, I
There
don't
you go.
I don't trust Olenek's chin nearly enough to do that. That's
I knew Dan was gonna
I
say
think
that
it's
right
it's
away.
certainly possible, but fucking Olenek's fucking
He is. He's
only-
fucking
it only-
old as shit. He's
only
old as
takes
dirt.
one good-
Like,
only takes one good pop.
oh, you're fucking 45 years old. You fucking damn right. It only takes one good pop. Then you could be dead. You could be dead. Take one good shot at 45 like that. You might not just get knocked out. You might get killed.
It's true. When
So
I
there's
was just
always
looking at
that.
this on tap,
But yeah, I
Like,
think. So what? You're more leaning towards what? Just
I
Either
just don't
playing
think
it
it's fucking-
straight,
stay away
playing
from-
what,
stay
maybe
away
the
from this
under?
fight.
There
Like
you go.
Latifi,
Stay away
I think
from it.
Latifi wins, but like I don't know. Like it'd just be one of those
Yeah.
things, like fucking will get fucking slept, and he'll roll his way onto a knee, and then he just climbs up on the back. And
Slept.
He's never been
rolls
sub.
his way on it, yeah.
He's never
Fuck.
fucking rolled with an anaconda.
You're right. That's a great point. Imagine that shit happens. I seen Olynyk give up before, says Brendan. Good
Like
point,
when's
Brendan.
like all these guys he's fight like Olynyk, he beat I'd say OSP. He finished OSP early though. He's not really fighting grapplers. Never been finished. Like what? Gian Vellante is gonna sub him? Like he's fighting bums. Yearly Latifi, fucking he beat Jan Blachowicz though. It's crazy. Fucking, oh wait, no, loss. Sorry, that's a loss. I'm high as shit.
Yeah.
Body, no, like fucking. Oh, Musasi couldn't sub him. There you go. That's the only credible one. Musasi couldn't get him out of there, so maybe that's a testament to it. But oh fuck, I just can't wait for the impossible Ezekiel. It's impossible. You can't choke him out with those traps.
You just gotta look at how Latifi's built, though. He's built like a guy.
I know it seems impossible, but old
defends
ass fucking Olynyk says, "Yeah, you wondered why I'm still around. This is what paying."
It's just a 1-unit play. All that. It's not like I'm laying fat chalk on fucking Ilir Latifi, and it's mostly just because I fail to see how Olynyk's path to victory comes together.
You always got to remember though, All Stars MMA as well for Latifi. Like, yeah, I think 9 times out of 10 Latifi wins this fight. I think he's not
100%.
He's a pretty moderate, confident parlay piece for me. I wouldn't even
say 9 times out of 10. He's at minus 200. If he wins 9 times out of 10, it's a minus 200. That's a mortgage play.
Yeah, you could straight, but I do think it's 9 times out of 10 he probably wins. Yeah, maybe eight for sure against the 44-year-old. Like fuck, we got a bunch of old on this card.
Just based on that says there's value on Latifi. If he's sitting at minus 200, you only need him to win 66% of the time for him to cover that spread, if you will.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't even want to talk about that fight anymore. Not even worth it. Disgusting. What about the next fight? Any of you guys want to kick this next fight off?
All happily. We got Askarov, Kai Kara France. This is an absolute banger, flyweight banger here. We got Askarov, who's undefeated. He's swimming with the top sharks at flyweight, looking to cement his claim to a title shot. He's got wins over guys like Pantoja, competitive fight with his draw is with Moreno, right? I don't know why I'm glitching on that. Yeah. Is a draw with a champion. I mean, we've seen Askarov compete with the top of this division, and Kai Kara France, as experienced as they come, in my opinion, aside from Davison Figueiredo, the most dangerous striker in the division. And I'm taking Kara France. I think they've got him up to plus 275 in some spots. I've got 2 units on him at plus 250. I just need him to win this fight 1/3 of the time, and I think his stand-up is so far ahead of Askarov, and the way he's just evolved his stand-up and developed to use that as his advantage and game plan around that, his last few fights, I think Kai Kara France is really coming into his own. I do think he gets the KO, but I also think it's possible that he hurts Askar survives, and then there's a couple competitive rounds. I could even see it being a really close split decision. I do think Kara France's ground defense has evolved enough to the point where at least 1/3 of the time, if they fight, he'll be able to keep Askar off him enough to get the job done.
I'm taking the man so nice.
Am I lagging, or is that him?
I think that's Pat.
Yeah, Pat's gone.
I guess I can go into it then. Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying.
Huge fan of Askarov.
There you go. You there, Pat? You were lagging out. Can you hear us?
Let me reload.
You back?
This.
Okay.
Just go.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be an absolute fucking tell. If I had it my way, I think I've said it to you about 3 or 4 times this week. This would be the co-main, 5 rounds. I would even prefer this to be the main event. Give me fucking Nicolau versus Dvorak over fucking even this main event. I don't know. Yeah, we'll get to it, but man, this is gonna be an awesome fight. I think that Kai Kara France, it's undeniable. It'd be stupid to say he doesn't have a chance to catch him because we've had Askarov, despite how high level these guys are. He has been clipped a couple times by some good shots. He rolls off them pretty well, but at those odds, I'm definitely not playing a big money on Askarov because despite the high level of competition, he's shown he can be hurt. But man, before I go into it more, I'll let the surgeon gives his take on this because he got cut off by his Wi-Fi there.
Yeah, I'm taking
start from the top because you gotta go start from the top because I liked your.
Well, it kind of ruined my whole fucking thing, but
I'm
taking the man so nice they named him twice, Askarov. He's my guy. He's one of these guys I consistently like to bet on and pick. I think he's got this overwhelming kind of energy, kind of almost this driving force on his way back to the title shot here, on his way back to claim a title. I don't know, man. There's just something about this guy that's fucking inspirational. Whether or not it is his story, whether or not it is the fact that, he's got these problems, everyone's got problems. His are huge physical disadvantages that he's been able to overcome and still be able to produce an exceptional career in athletics. And I don't know, man. Askarov, man. It's one of these guys I don't think you can deny. Kai Kara France, like Dan said, good point. Always has the chance, and I don't take it away from clipping Askarov. Askarov does have the ability to get clipped, dropped, sat down, and then if you pile on top and finish, and if you get the right ref in there, right, you can get worse, you can get finished. You just get stopped, right? The worst ref could stop it. Who knows who the fuck will get. But I don't know, man. I see Kai Kara France's outs being a little bit too small in this one. I think it's an undeniable route for Askarov in this one to take over and win a decision in this one.
Yeah, and kind of wrapping up to what I was going to say. Like, I do think Askarov's going to win this fight. Probably say this fight happens 10 times. Yeah, it's probably close, but like as Dougie said, he only has to win 3 of them. Probably wins 2 of them, maybe 3 of them. I just don't think he has. People, obviously, I agree with some people I've heard. They've said, like, Kai Kara France, he has pretty good takedown defense, but like, Askarov's grappling, he's relentless. If he wants to take you down, he's going to chain you down there.
Askarov's definitely going to be working for that takedown all night long.
Yeah.
He has to be. You
don't want to stand across from Kai Kara.
The moment you've all been waiting for, the second draw prediction of the night, Askarov. Another 81-1 again, bitches. We only got.
I don't know. See that coming as soon as you said that.
Yeah, when he's like, "Fuck off." Who are you, bro?
Bro, what do you mean? Ask Kai Kara France clips him in the first. He's hurt as a motherfucker. He's got the Dagestani chin.
Why did I think that laugh was a fucking air horn? The way that came out was such like an air horn.
It was. I can make sound effects.
It's completely possible. Both of these fights are scenarios where you could see a draw. Call me fucking crazy. Maybe they have got draws in the past. But guess what, bitch? I'm betting it.
How did I not know? How did I not know when I was like, hey, man, does the other guy have a draw in his shit? He's like, maybe. Fuck, I should have just known. I should have just pieced that one together in my head.
Especially because, bro, if this is a fucking 3-round fight, if this was a 5-round fight, I'd say no way.
Way different that it's a 3-round.
I'd say no way.
Point. Yeah. But yeah,
he's only got to fucking hurt him in 1 round. It's
the 3 rounds definitely favors Kara France for sure.
Dougie, 100%. So how many times does that have to happen in fucking 100 times for that to be profitable? 81-1 bet.
Fucking, like, I don't know.
Yeah, very few. I think this fucking happens fucking 10 times. You could it probably happens once. Kai Kara France hurts him in 1 of the rounds and he freaking survives. Like, I think that's worth it. 81-1. I think it's kind of crazy.
Might actually be worth it. But I don't see them giving. I don't see, like, man, draws are so fucking like.
Betting on draws is probably not profitable long term. But if you're trying to have some fucking fun, slap a 5 on it. That's what I think we're getting at here.
Retire. I might just do it and I'll say I'm never suggesting a bet again. This is my peak.
Yeah, fucking put all the winnings in your entire life ever on this fight to be a draw, and then you can retire. This is our Bitcoin.
No, boys. I don't mean retire on it, but I'm saying, what's the point of ever making a prediction again if one of these fucking hits?
Fuck.
Doing it twice.
No,
What is the point?
because that's I'll never predict a draw at least again if one of these hits. I'll guarantee that.
Winning
I,
never
I
gets
can't. I
old.
can't say that. That's a lie. As soon as it came out of my mouth.
These Miller Lights are going down fantastically. I can drink about 70 of these.
10 to win
Water,
110
man.
seems pretty nice. So.
No wonder I can
Um,
drink about
I'll
40
lock
of
it
these on the
in
weekend.
later though. But let's get on to the fucking what should not be the co-main event. We'll go over this one quickly. Joanne Wood versus Alexa Grasso. Doug, you got any thoughts?
No play from me. Joanne Wood likes to attack, kick heavy attack from her. Grasso's more of a boxer. I think Grasso's going to be able to time the kicks to land the heavier shots, win a decision. No official play from me. I don't see the value on Grasso as a favorite, and I don't think it is. I'm not confident enough in Wood to make a play.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Not enough. Can't justify Grasso at those odds, even though she probably wins this fight. I could if I'm fucking them. Not a single moment of that fight would I be confident holding a fucking Grasso ticket. I haven't really looked into it enough, but I'm willing to bet that
I'm more
Joanne
confident in
has-
Grasso. I'm more confident in Grasso than I am in fucking picking Wood.
Yeah, of course, that's
What?
picking the favorite.
goes without
I
fucking
know.
saying.
But what were you saying there? You wouldn't be confident in hold. Like you wouldn't be
At
confident.
those odds. Wow.
At those odds. I don't even know what the odds are.
Because
What
I
are
mean,
they?
you got to lay some chalk to get.
Is it really? Are they really heavy?
It's not
And
super chalk. I believe it's minus 200, minus 225 right now.
And Joanne Wood, she's got better level of competition.
let me
She's
see.
been in there with the
Look at my
better
phone.
girls. She probably gives out the higher output. I'm gonna look pretty quick. But I think yeah, and it's easily a good fight to stay away from.
Yeah, we've
100%.
got
Oh,
Alexa
fuck. Stay
Grasso
away
at
from all
minus
these women's
225
fights.
right now. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I'm not doing that. Like we're paying obviously more chalk for Fiorello, but like I'm way more confident than her than the other two women's favorites on this card.
100%.
See, I kind of like Alexa Grasso, and I fucking don't really like. I don't really like a lot of these women's fighters. Like as far
You
as
don't say.
picking them. Oh yeah, fuck. Alexa Grasso's hot as hell. Like fuck, she's great to look at. Do I like to watch her fight? No, unfortunately,
I
no.
think he was more just saying you've made it very obvious that you don't like women's fighters or women's
No,
fights.
trust me.
horse has
I
been
know he was. Yeah, that horse has been fought. Yeah,
You just decided to proclaim that you thought Alexa Grasso was hot as well.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah,
that's your
she's-
immediate. Well, I'm not saying I like her. She's hot. Like great.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It definitely gets overwhelming here at this point when you got all this kind of stuff going on in the UFC with these women.
What?
Look, beautiful.
Anyone got a play on this one, or
Talking about.
are we?
I don't know. I have my play on this. I'm
Look
going
at
to take
some of these-
Grasso decision. I'm
Dougie,
taking
let
her
me give you
decision.
some
I'm
of these
looking at it
fucking.
right now.
Let me give you some of these numbers for fucking Joanne. I just kind of back it up what my initial thought was on the output from Joanne Wood against Lauren Murphy. Landed 123 strikes against Jessica I 148.
Yeah,
Against
Jessica, I
Andrea
gave up in
Lee
that fight.
101.
I picked
Kagian
the fight.
112. That's fucking.
She gives out volume. She'll constantly be throwing out those leg and body kicks all night.
What is up?
Yeah, I think you'd have to be an absolute psycho to bet fucking Alexa Grasso at those odds.
What?
I think I think it's 29-28 at best, and fucking Joanne Wood could come in and steal this one. What's Joanne Wood decision?
I don't know. Brendan's into JoJo though. Brendan's got the wood as a babe.
She's not
Dan,
ugly.
any suggestions on this one?
Joanne
is for
Wood
you, son.
decision plus 350.
Are you not gonna read the screen, bro?
kinda good. I'd have
Tell him to go take a shit while Joanne Wood and Alexa Grasso are fighting and come back.
Yeah,
and-
yeah,
that's how she
yeah,
got him
don't-
into this
Joanne
sport.
Wood.
Don't show him
Alexa
this fucking
Grasso.
thing. Holy shit. Maybe just tell him wait until the pay-per-view. Maybe don't show him this.
Well, if your dad's older, like
There's a good-
obviously your dad's fucking older. Like if he's ever watched boxing, maybe that's a good place to start watching some boxing with him. I know where that's like where my dad started to got into the UFC when the UFC started. My dad always liked boxing, so that was kind of an easy crossover if your dad likes to watch a little bit of boxing sometimes.
Well, he says he never
that
watched
might
fight,
be.
so
But what does he mean by fights?
A more
Like,
bold idea would just be
Boxing,
to
I think
introduce your
boxing-
dad to the sport by attacking him.
Yeah, it says-
Just attack him.
and say,
What did
you know what? That just shows how much skill you need as a fighter, as you're fucking arm barring him.
Yeah, just physically assault him
Yeah,
and
you go,
force
dog.
him
Yeah.
to do martial arts with you. That way he
Shape
will
up.
either you'll enjoy some
Or
fatherly
there's some
time
good
one way or
movies.
another.
You could throw on a good MMA movie.
Yeah,
What's the
that
one
might
with
work
fucking
too.
what's
That
his
might
one
work
with
too.
Well, there you go. He never watched combat sports. He
fighter?
watches football, Formula One, and cycling. Interesting. I mean, fuck.
MMA is kind of like cycling. There's steroids.
It might be something you might just have to sit down with your dad and
Well,
just take him
here's what I'd
through it a
say.
little bit. Chop
If he
him
likes
through it a
Formula
little bit.
One, he likes cycling. Those are both individual sports.
Yeah,
talk about-
that's kind of what I was gonna say too. Go ahead.
And you could say Formula they're both physical and mental sports. But yeah, on to the main
Let's break
event.
the main
or-
event down.
Yeah, let's bang out this main event.
I don't think it's one that really takes too much time. I
It doesn't
think we've
matter.
never seen Daukaus really deal with the grappling that Curtis Blaydes is going to bring. I don't think that Daukaus is one of these
saw
guys that
Daukaus
can.
take him down on regional.
Brandon's got a great Brandon's got a great point there. You like that, dude? That's a perfect point.
No, he's right. Certain people, it's just you'll never be able to bring them on. It's not for them. That's for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I think Curtis Blaydes probably gets as soon as he gets the first takedown, I think it's fucking long night for fucking Chris Daukaus. I think he's only really been fighting the worst guys, like guys either old ass Olenek or fucking. His only good win is against the GOAT Parker Porter. Other than that, it's really nothing to be too over the moon about. Curtis Blaydes, he's only really been knocked out by these absolute death touchers. So, yeah, Curtis Blaydes. I want to say finish, but I've been looking at some of his fights recently. He hasn't shown me the razor blades of the past. I think he could ride out this bitch to a decision, and I'd be super pissed betting the finish.
I'm on Blaydes in this one. It's just pretty simple to me. It's a couple of heavyweights going at it. There's a clear advantage and path to victory for Blaydes. And I said it before the Lewis fight when we were on stream, and I'll stand by it. I think his stand-up's crazy underrated. I think Curtis Blaydes can strike with these guys at the top of the division too. So I think Blaydes can piece him up on the feet despite Daukaus. He does have pretty impressive hand speed. That's where
he makes his money.
Boxing. Yeah.
That's where he makes his money.
But yeah, I do believe that Blaydes will even have the advantage standing. I think he'll be able to out jab him and control it, threaten the takedowns, eventually get them, finish the fight.
Yeah, I think getting a couple of those takedowns totally shifts the fight. I think it depends on how he holds, what kind of damage he does and stuff like that. If he spins around on him. And then I think you have Daukaus playing the scared game, playing the off the back game, playing the scared if he shoots game, and that's when I think even you get a guy like Blaydes opening up a lot more in the hands and feet. Then he's mixing it up entirely. I'm taking Curtis Blaydes all the way here. I want to say it's going to be a decision as well. I don't think he's going to get out there and finish Daukaus, but man, Daukaus is one of these guys who they were looking for a guy to kind of fill a role in, and they're like, you beat some of these shitbags in the UFC, some of these other heavyweight shitbags. Come on, son, you wanna fight someone for real? And then he went in there and got fucking absolutely shellapped. Went in there against Lewis and walked into an exchange like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Are you really gonna walk into an exchange like that? It looked crazy. Looked like some crazy ass shit, but I was like,
I made some nice money off Lewis round one. That was the last event I did untracked.
there you go.
So I wish I had that one tracked. That was a pretty nice chunk of change. I believe it was over plus 200.
That's what I mean.
Even.
Good point there. Recent KO as well. Seems quick. Mark. Yeah, man, honestly, I think his back was... I think they needed him to try and do some fucking... Jesus Christ. To try and fill some roles there.
That's...
Dan?
Correct.
That's going to be you, brother.
Jesus Christ.
Dan, gonna need you. Moderator style, son. Or you're not going to...
I don't have it open.
You are like a fucking useless to me. I should fucking charge you rent for coming on this channel, you son of a bitch.
Me?
Yes! Look, there goes Brendan. Yeah, Brendan knows what the fuck
I think
he's
I'm
doing.
banned on the channel.
Oh, someone got him. See, someone got him. Oh, Brendan got his ass with the ban. There you go, Brendan. Fucking right, Brendan. I didn't see. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we give wrenches out to motherfuckers we trust. There we go. Good shit, Brendan. But yeah, I don't think that you get a guy like, Jay, I don't know what the fuck that was. The viewership is somehow skyrocketing to like 8 viewers at this point in the night, which is kind of crazy for Fight Guys, but hey man, this is Fight Guys, and this is what they want to see. But I fuck man, I think that's where we get stung at the end of the night though. It's gonna be either if Curtis Blaydes unleashes some of those elbows, cuts open Daukaus or finishes him, or you see Daukaus quit, right? 5-rounder, Daukaus finally makes it. Round 4, there's no fucking hope in sight other than to get taken down, laid on, and beat the fuck up. Well, maybe we do see Daukaus quit at that point, right? What the fuck is it to Daukaus to go, oh fuck, well, I'm not gonna win this one either. I've fought back-to-back guys who are high level in the heavyweight division, no joke in the heavyweight division, and that's kind of the way you get stung sometimes, you know?
Daukaus has he's never gone, or he's only once in his career gone over 2 rounds.
2 rounds,
well.
yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is it's a long time for him to be in there.
Getting your ass
well, he's also
beat, too.
he is a full-time fighter now, so like
True.
one assumes that
True.
he's like
Actually,
he's hopefully
that's
putting in the.
a
So
good
it's a bit of a
point.
difference because he looked that fight where he got knocked out in the second round looked absolute dog shit right before he got knocked out. So, like yeah, it could definitely be the late finish. It's definitely like it's kind of a tough spot because I think it could definitely go the distance or we get the late finish. I think it all depends on the Curtis Blaydes we get because yeah, like skill for skill, this fight's a fucking blowout. Like especially you got to think about what weight we're gonna see. We're gonna see Daukaus come in at because his last 2 fights he's coming around 35, 235, 231. That'd be a bad fucking idea.
Oh, Blaydes, yeah, coming in probably maxing out the scale, if not coming in 15 pounds over that.
Oh yeah, Blaydes will be like, yeah, okay, you're 230, I'll be around 280 on fight night.
I'll just lay on your ass, and I will break you. I will mentally break you. I know you haven't even been that deep. I know you haven't been tested adversely like that. Maybe I don't have the power to knock you out in one shot, but I do have the power to grind your ass and beat the fuck out of you for 5 rounds. And fuck, I don't know if you see a guy like Daukaus saying, "Sign me up, coach. I'll rough this one out. I can find my way out and find the shot." Because if he doesn't have any success, I don't know, man. It's just gonna be like one of those ones. I don't see Daukaus winning this one. Fuck. The more I talk myself into it, the more I see it being more likely with the level of skill that Curtis Blaydes finishes Daukaus. Really, you think Daukaus makes I don't know, man. Like it's possible.
I just like my immediate instinct is he fucking elbows this guy, but then like he's going the full 25 against Volkov. Like if he's a black belt and he's just hanging on him, I don't know. I feel like I'd be all pissed off, but I'll definitely play the 3-4-5. Like I'm gonna play it.
I hear you. I think it's worth Yeah, that's what I mean. Or if he's
round 3 plus 750, round 4 plus 1200, round 5 plus 2000. Like you gotta play those.
Or what if the fight gets a little bit, more, I don't know, more energy.
Blaydes doesn't stop. It's not, he's not going to be fucking heaving and hawing in the 4th round. Like, he'll be ready to go and say, yeah, okay, I'm going to take you down another 3 times if you can get up twice.
Yeah.
Like, he's got fucking cardio, especially, like, I think he took Volkov down.
It's team elevation.
Or something like that.
The Volkov fight was insane that he went the distance and kept taking him down. He was exhausted at that, and he's proven even if he does get exhausted, which team elevation will have you ready, he can fight well exhausted, and he can take you down well exhausted.
Yeah, and you get close to pretty much even money on the Curtis Blaydes finish right now. It's not bad. It's probably worth the play. And maybe like probably end up wind its way into a parlay or something like that. Or I don't know. I don't think it's definitely not the most thrilling main event to say the least. But hopefully Blaydes gets him out of there quick, and then gets himself a fight against one of these top guys. Because I don't know. It's kind of like Daukaus is ranked, but like it's not really that tough of a thing to do in the UFC heavyweight division, unfortunately.
Yeah, this should be a win for Curtis Blaydes for
if he fucking gets knocked out in this fight, it's like, okay, this is bad.
Yeah, then he falls out of championship discussion for the
for a
foreseeable
while.
future.
And he needs to do some fucking he needs to go
Yeah.
on a streak to be even fucking considered at that point. Because Curtis Blaydes, he is an absolute fucking problem for anybody in this division. With that
100%.
wrestling and that
Anybody
pace,
who's the
like,
best offensive grappler in their division has a chance to be in the title picture. I will always say that.
yeah. What's his current number at right now in the division? Probably like 7 or 8.
His number? I think he's
yeah,
top
it's
5, isn't he?
Oh yeah, no, he's 4.
I
Yeah.
was gonna
Which
say
is
he's
right.
4.
Like the only people that are behind, and then Derek Lewis and Aspinall right behind him. Because there's fucking nobody though. The fucking once you
That's
get beyond
why you
fucking
get
number
guys like
7.
Daukaus, though. That's why we have motherfuckers like Daukaus, because there is nobody. You said it. There's nobody. That's why there's motherfuckers. Oh, hey, man.
Oh my god, you know what they'll do
You're
after
like
this
not
one?
even a real,
You know what one they'll
not
do
even a
after
real
this one?
heavyweight, man.
Once
You're like
fucking
you're like a fat light heavyweight who doesn't want to
once-
cut weight. Oh,
yeah,
shit,
honestly,
you're right.
Daukaus.
Oh, you're
Fuck
right.
yeah, Daukaus should be making light heavyweight. Absolutely.
Dad, you're just a fat light heavyweight. You fucking fat fuck. Like that's basically it.
Well, he's got a weird ass wide frame.
But,
too,
yeah,
the
but
Daukaus
come on.
frame.
It's just weird. It's just weird. Body
I don't know.
composition.
Obviously, he'd go to 205 if he could. He's not like, oh, I want to fucking stand and bang with the most taint. I'm sure he'd love to fight at 205. I don't think his body can do it. You know what they'll do after this fight? They'll go, oh, hey, Pavlovich. After fucking
There you go.
Blaydes
Yeah, that's
steamrolls him.
perfect. That's perfect. Then you got it. Then you got the next guy in. You just rotate.
Because you know who
old
fucking
Daukaus
still
out.
is in the rankings? Shamil Abdurakhimov. Fucking his 42-year-old ass. So,
I love it.
but
I'm
fucking,
into it.
I think you even fucking have Olenek ranked over fucking Shamil out of respect. They don't even fucking have Olenek in here. The Anaconda. Fuck. That'd be
Other than
awesome.
that-
That'd
other
be my
than
highlight
that,
of the night if we see an Ezekiel choke.
The highlight of the night will be if DeCasey knocks out. Was it if he wins or if he knocks Buddy out? I
Oh,
think
wins,
it was
bitch. You locked yourself into that one.
just a
He's
win.
just gotta
or a
win.
knock? He's not.
Just got to
winning
win
anyways.
against the 6-1 guy, who I would argue could even be 5-2, based on his one other. This. You'll see.
He
You will
was
see.
obese while growing. I might have just made that up, but it sounds right. Fucks you, Rollins.
No, but Brennan, it's like they got like weird skeletons in the
He
Daukaus
knows.
gene
He's
pool.
fucking talking about the juniors and the senior Daukuses. Brendan's all over the Daukuses. But yeah, fuck, man. I don't know. It's been pretty good. Like, do we want to like quick touch on anything about the news? Other than that, it's already getting fucking. It's already 11. It's already fucking late.
Fuck
Started a
is
little bit late
Masvidal
today.
doing?
Yeah, what the fuck is Masvidal doing?
Why? I mean, you had 25. I mean, it's been said by fucking everybody. So who the fuck cares if we say it
No,
again?
we got time. We got time.
You had,
I'm
you had
not rushing.
fucking 25 minutes.
That's
You had
crazy.
25 minutes.
It's crazy. And then there's this big, huge, like, I don't even know. And then to be like, I've been seeing a lot of these comments about him kind of taking offense to this whole thing being about the bad parenting kind of comment. But then people are like, Masvidal still hasn't seen his kids in 2022 and will continue to not see his kids in 2022 because he is a fucking idiot. And like, it's just it's a reinforcement of, like, I don't know, man. Like, I think it's an ego thing. I think that the BMF title never should have been really a thing. But this is just coming from your boy. I've been saying this fucking ever. I think the BMF title was all marketing. Obviously, the true fans know that. It was to build something where there was nothing and try and build these guys up. I've been saying this for years. This is just me. No offense. Jorge Masvidal, a little bit overrated. That's just the way he is. I don't know how he got the shots. I don't know how he got the shots with Kamaru, but it's just the way shit lines up. You sell tickets. Kamaru's fucking boring. They needed to get guys in there to sell. They built they built Jorge these last couple of years up, and it coincides kind of with his career of you are the toughest motherfucker. Anyone, anywhere, anytime, back streets, Kimbo fucking fights in the backyard. Like, this is kind of where he's been built off. So I don't necessarily blame him.
Respect to Masvidal, like not jump to his defense, but UFC didn't build up shit. He built himself up. He fucking blasted Darren Till in London, and then got one of the greatest knockouts of all time.
We're not talking about Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal's not on Twitter. People aren't talking about Jorge Masvidal if they didn't give him a BMF belt. It's not happening. It's just not relevancy. Let's live in reality.
I think the BMF belt is very irrelevant.
I don't know if
very
the
irrelevant.
belt matters at all.
Relevant?
No,
I
think you make the Nate Diaz pay-per-view without
since,
that. The same thing happens. Fuck that belt. And
Nate
then
Diaz,
Nate
Diaz has never been beat in his life. Doesn't matter if the
Diaz was already at that point. They sold that fight as what they sold it off of. Just two top motherfuckers who have been around.
Say what otherwise. Wait, Nate Diaz is washed, but has anybody ever done that to him?
Anybody ever beat Nate Diaz up?
Like that? He made Nate Diaz look like an absolute bitch. I was watching that fight, potentially thinking Nate Diaz could win that fight, and that was the not meaning to turn
that
into
was
the conversation.
The first card I bet on, and I bet Masvidal by finish, not knowing about the rule of durability, which I follow very strictly now. So I wouldn't make that bet again. But I got away with that one, and
he would have finished him anyway, Doug. He fucking was fucking his day.
I remember.
Sure, they were favorable matchups. Sure, he fucking the fucking Ben Askren fight was absolute mayhem, but it's undeniable what he fucking did in the cage and the effect that it had on people, because it's fucking it's only if you look at that and be like, oh wow, that's not impressive, you're not fucking human.
I didn't find it that impressive. I never did. I never felt it when they booked it.
It's obscene. It's obscene. We were betting on Darren Till. Guarantee that.
He had a good run. I don't think his run is anything we've never seen before. Like, it's not even a near impressive run to a title shot. It's a pretty weak run to a title shot by comparison. It's a great couple fights. He's had a great career. I'm not trying to take anything away from him as a fighter. But I do think he's, as a fighter, overrated.
Sir, you know what? You're right. Brendan's right. I missed out on saying that. That's what did it. I skipped out on that. It wasn't that booking of the belt. It was prior to the booking of the BMF fucking belt.
Well, that's what put him in that spot.
There you go. That's what did it.
Well,
I forgot almost. Absolutely. Totally forgot.
Absolutely. And when you have a guy with the personality of Jorge Masvidal, and he pieces together 2 wins like that, sure, the UFC goes, yeah, let's use that to make some money when it's 100%. A fucking currently dead division. Like, we're looking back like 2 years ago. The division is fucking not looking how it is right now by any means. We don't have Luque looking as good. We don't have Bilal looking as good. We don't have fucking Hamza Chimaev coming in to fucking eat everybody's
100%.
lunch.
100%.
They had the lightning in a bottle. They use it. And it's very funny to say Jorge Masvidal is overrated, because if you the chain conversation 3 years ago is this guy's fucking underrated. So it's
who was making that argument though?
I mean, anyone who was a Masvidal fan, that's the point of being underrated, is people aren't arguing
he
your
was
case.
Undeniably underrated, especially heading into the fucking Darren Till fight.
Because
you're right. You're right. He was more underrated going into that fight, 100%.
Well, but also like his entire he was losing a lot of fights very closely. He wasn't really getting dominated in pretty much any fight. He's not fighting the best of the best, but he was a very under the radar fighter who had the personality the whole time.
I think he had his own niche market, though. But you're right. Keep going.
Niche market, bro. It's people that it's the general public that fucking like somebody with a personality that can knock people out.
Every fighter has fans.
I know, but I think he had a further market than that. I think he had a deeper ingrained market from being in the UFC for that long. Like, you get guys that have been in the UFC and been a part of the organization for so long and part of combat sports for so long that they're just generally associated with the sport. And they're just generally brought up to be associated with it, right? Like, I don't know, like, I always associate, like, a guy like Diego. Like, I'm always going to associate, unfortunate now, like, he's with Eagle and all that shit, right? We've seen him fight for a different promotion finally, but until then, I would have always associated him with the UFC and kind of being, I don't know, built off that. I feel like Jorge had this whole fan base that was built off this mentality of being a badass motherfucker, right? Like, fighting from the streets. I remember watching those videos fucking forever ago, before they even became popularized, of him fighting. I think my dad showed me those videos of the Kimbo Slice fucking backyard videos fighting back in the day, and Kimbo fighting the cop who, God rest his soul, just passed recently this year, who took Kimbo into that fucking, and they had that fight in the gym, and absolutely beat the shit out of Kimbo. And they're like, and Kimbo's team after a couple rounds were like, hey man, no takedowns, man. We said no takedowns, bro. And this guy's just beating the shit out of Kimbo. Like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of guys that get built off. I don't know. I'm not taking anything away from Jorge. I'm just kind of being a little bit of devil's advocate here and saying that, like, I do think there were certain things that built a guy like Jorge Masvidal, and I think that the reason that he was built up that way, and I think he almost had this diluted perception. I'm not saying he wasn't fucking a good fighter. I'm saying he had this diluted perception of his head that he was a lot better than he was. I don't think he should have gotten really those shots against Kamara but it was the way that this cards lined up. So I don't blame anybody. But fuck me,
So
man.
is your overall point like the thing that you're getting at, that it's an ego problem is why he's struggling here? It's he's having his fall from grace and now he's struggling. That's what you're getting at.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
To make a long story short.
I know. Yes, I know, Dan, because it got into this whole other argument of really what
I was trying to take cliff notes in my head to sum it up that whole time.
Because it got into this whole other Jorge Masvidal thing. I don't know, man. He's
turned into a career autopsy rather than discussing a fight that happened outside the octagon.
As we see it, when these guys have when they have the potential to go beyond MMA fans with their appeal, which undoubtedly, he's skill aside, he's one of those guys. The UFC takes advantage. It's fucking time to time. It's why we fucking see CM Punk in the UFC. It's why I'm gonna fucking
CJ
hurl myself off the fucking balcony of my apartment when Logan Paul fights somebody in the UFC.
I know, man. I actually might stop watching the sport.
Sells.
Like, I actually might take a
No,
break on
you
the sport.
fucking won't. You're bluffing. You're bluffing. You're
I
fucking bluffing.
Guess what? Say it right now. There will not be a fucking fight, guys. If that week ever happens, for that week, there will not be a fight, guys. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, I'll take the week off. I upload every day.
He's
I don't
just
need.
No, we're not even talking about that.
I don't know, man.
I
think it just pisses
what I'm saying
on the
is,
sport. But yeah, go ahead.
No. So let's not even talk about that. We're not even going to go.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
But I was just obviously they're going to harness it. I completely agree. Did he ever have any business fight with fucking Kamara? No. But that's just like, it was the landscape for it with the obviously Gilbert fucking backing up. I think it was the COVID or whatever. And like, there wasn't really, like, nobody fucking wants to see Leon. The only reason we're seeing on is because there's no other options.
Till was also overrated, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. And guess what?
Spitting facts.
That's a perfect segue into the next topic, because we're still continuing to see the Smash Bros thrive. Did you watch the fucking?
I haven't watched the new ones, man. I'm behind now.
No. Just watch the Hawani interview.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw what you sent me. Yeah. I saw what you sent me. I watched it.
Not just that, just the clip I sent you.
Just the clip you sent me. I didn't watch.
They're just two fun dudes.
They're just chilling.
No, but like, is it two fun dudes? Like, I think Darren Till is just the perfect fucking
comedic kind of medium.
Like, I think you don't really find many guys that you're gonna throw in with Hamzat, and like, they're gonna not only.
No, you can't tell me. Yeah, Hamzat's got his own little sense of humor.
For sure,
I don't know.
Sure.
I find
Darren Till
brings the best more than you think.
It's true. They absolutely bring the best of each other, but I can't lie. I've been doing a Hamzat impersonation ever since I found him. I think he knows what he's doing. He's going all in. I kill everybody, smash everybody, and then putting it next to a guy who doesn't seem like he really gives a fuck, like Darren. But he's in there to work. I think it's such a perfect combo. It's just everybody loves it.
Well, you didn't really see. I don't think you really saw that much of like the banter and the playfulness of Hamzat before that. Because like, honestly, when you're just like smash everybody, kill everybody, like, whatever, like, fucking anybody can fucking say that. I like guys with a little fucking personality and they're joking around, and like, I think the fucking those block acid videos and them going together is the best thing that fucking ever happened to Hamzat, because you could be an absolute killer, but like, genuinely, I fucking love that guy now. He's the fucking best.
Yeah, just fun guys.
I like him too,
and it's the best thing. Best thing that ever happened to Darren Till as well.
If Hill's in there working like a machine right next to Hamzat every single day, he's going to improve so much.
It's literally just like one of the first fucking Darren Till is like, or fucking Helwani's like, what was like the first day of training? And he's like,
I've seen the videos, man.
Super fat. He's like,
I've seen the videos. Man. Did you not watch the videos? I sent you them. I see like the first
fucking interview. Like, if you're fucking listening, what I'm saying.
I know.
So what are you fucking talking about? But what
I
haven't
saw
seen,
the first. I know what he looked like on week 1 of training. He was a fucking. He came in there with that shirt
No,
on,
but
and I went.
let
and
him
I,
tell the
yeah,
story
sorry,
from the
sorry,
fucking
sorry,
pod.
Sorry,
no,
sorry.
whatever. He just fucking. That's all I was gonna fucking say. But whatever. Obviously Smash Bros continue to be the hottest thing in MMA.
I love it, man. I think that Darren Till needs to work, but I don't know, man. He might be a guy that's a little too far gone. I think old familyed up Darren Till with a little bit of money in his pocket and a new set of chompers in his mouth he's happy, which is good. Because man, fuck, that's all you want for anybody in this world is just to be happy. But I think Till's found that. I don't know, man. Till isn't retired yet. Look at Brendan.
He's trying to fight Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall should be retired.
Look at Brendan with the Till hate. Exactly. Look at Brendan with the Till hate, though.
I'm a Till guy. Don't be hating on Darren.
But so am I. But it's if you look back on it, right, and to say, well, fuck, man, were we just kind of a little bit flabbergasted, a little bit starstruck by this guy that kind of got overlooked by Cowboy and then came in there and absolutely put Cowboy to bed, sent him packing with the saddlebags? Like, I don't know, man. It looked pretty fucking impressive, and that's kind of what happened, man. Like that, I loved Till. Me and Dan loved him. We were instant fans when we saw that. We were like, holy fuck, look at this kid and look at his story going to Portugal.
It's
like,
fun
jumping
on
crazy,
the
right?
hype trains. It's fun.
It is fun, right? And he had a fucking pretty hyped up little run there. But I think when you started cutting out the brass tacks of it, it became, okay, there's glaring holes in your game. There's stuff that you just can't do. Maybe it's, you got a title shot really quickly and fucking Woodley was on his P's and Q's then. He knew what he needed to win and he didn't want to lose the belt and he was doing it. Whether it was wrestling your ass to the ground if you're Darren Till. I don't want to fight you, I'll just take you down. Even though Woodley at that point maybe even had something, could have given something to Till.
Woodley dropped a bomb on him.
That's what I mean. Could have probably given him more than he could have taken.
Career best turn on Woodley.
So it's really, man, I don't know, man. I think you start splitting things up and you get a guy like Darren Till and he's one of these guys you start looking at and you go back in his career and you go, what the fuck did I, like, it's fun, right? It's fun, like Doug said, but it's just, they're
well, I think you're maybe disrespecting his skill a little bit. You look back two fights ago, this guy was even with Robert Whittaker, and he looked it through 2 rounds. Bobby Nux is the second best 185 in the world, a former champion.
Had Bobby, I know I had Till. That Bobby Knuckles fight was so fucking dicey. Like that Bobby Knuckles fight though, like
I know that plays into Till's wheelhouse, but people are disrespecting the fuck out of Darren Till because of that.
I hear you.
That Brunson fight. They're saying, "Oh, look, he still can't do this. He still can't do that." I saw that he still can do some things in the 2 fights before that. Yes, he has holes in his game. We know that.
Yeah.
It depends on the matchup. We'll evaluate his next matchup. If he fights Uriah Hall, I can tell you what, I'll be betting the fuck out of him. 100%, if he fights a wrestler, probably not, but we'll see what happens.
The glaring holes don't even come out to me as like a fighting thing. It's cardio, man. His fucking cardio's dog shit. It's gone. It's just like it'll just be gone. You'll wake up. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the worst probably thing that ever happened to him was winning that fucking 100%. Cerrone fight in the sick way. Because it launched him in the Shark Tank.
Winning the Thompson fight, that might have been the worst fucking thing that happened.
Well, no, because the way he fucking did it, and Cowboy wasn't completely over the hill yet. That was still, it's aged badly, but that was a fucking good win.
Oh, 100%. It was a great win.
Yeah, it's aged badly, but it's good. Like if he got so popular after that, he stays in fucking London. He gets fat as shit, as all these fucking fighters do. Shout out Pimblett. Guy's probably already close to fucking 200 pounds. If you've even just seen it on social media, it's absolutely obscene, Pat. We're going to see the fat photos in 2-3 weeks, I can guarantee.
Patty the fatty.
Oh, bro, it's obscene. And you can't be a fucking high-level athlete doing that.
People are like, how fucking cool is that he can do that? It's like, bro, your liver is like your liver is just doing jumping jacks, just trying to keep up, man. It's not good to cut that
weight cutting is honestly one of the more like parts that makes me wince about the whole sport. You can see someone get knocked out, but you see them drain their organs apart and destroy their bodies the day before going into an athletic contest like that. That's the part that.
And guess what? There's so many lines. There's so many lines right between Darren Till and Paddy Pimblett right there. Like they're both fucking they're both staged. and Paddy Pimblett is going to stay in the UK. He's going to continue to do these fucking bad habits of fucking blowing up and fucking cutting back down for fucking.
He's got problems with
He talked about it after the
Drinks.
fight. He bragged. I'm sure I sent you the clip, or you might have seen it, where he said he would never be one of those fighters that was ready 365. He said they couldn't be happy, which I thought was a bit of a ridiculous statement. I think everybody has their own ways of being
He's not
happy.
a true dog. He's not a true dog.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean,
I hear
you're
but
telling
there's-
me a guy can't consistently work out and be happy? If you, I do whatever makes you happy. If you can't be a high level athlete and be happy, then don't. Do whatever makes you happy. First of all, that's most important. But like, if you're telling me you can't be in shape all year and be happy with that, then I'm gonna tell you can't compete with the best in the world, because they are gonna be in shape all year.
Exactly. Well, yeah, it's like if
good question
if
from Brendan,
depends on the kind of guy that you want to be. If you want to be the guy,
If I was
he said
Patty,
if you were Pimblett, would you act differently? He's on top of the world.
he's marketing himself very well.
Well,
He's
there
He
marketing
said it
himself
earlier.
very
He's
well.
cashing. He's getting paid instantly because he knows he needs to renegotiate the UFC deal because he knows he's not a long-term. I'm not going to be here for Andre
But does
Arlovski
he?
years.
You have to have the confidence. You have to, if you're going to go in there and fight people, you have to believe you can beat anyone in the world. I fully believe that Paddy Pimblett believes he's going to
You're
be
not
a
a
world
heavyweight.
champion.
you're not a heavyweight. You can't just fucking eat whatever the fuck you want and get away with it. Like, because that is like maybe the only that and light heavyweight, the only divisions you can get away with it.
But do you think
Maybe.
he believes that someone's going to beat him? Do you think he'll sign a fight where he thinks he's going to lose?
He's delusional. Darren Till probably thought the exact
Exactly.
same thing. And you don't fucking get a reality fucking shake until you lose. And Darren Till, he's had to lose a couple times. He's never going to become an elite wrestler. Cardio is fucking one of the most fixable fucking things in any
That's
fucking
what
athlete.
I'm saying. Me and Dan have been
Guess what?
arguing on Till's cardio for time. It's a
He already
it's
looks
a
fucking
travesty.
great. Pat, you look at his face right now. This
He looks great.
motherfucker
I
might
know, you
even
can
go
see it.
back to welterweight.
You see the
But
weight
you
come. I
you
know.
know why?
You can see it pour off of him, but it's like, bro, it's consistency. You can fucking eat however. You can look great for 4 weeks eating fuck all but salads and steak with Kamzat and training 8 hours a day and working
Well,
out.
especially Hamzat's on his ass. It's one of the things he said on his video. He's like, Hamzat's literally fucking.
I know,
be
but
fuck.
then you go.
He's
then
like,
you go
he's
back
like, if
home
I don't show up
with
for
the
camp,
wife, with
Hamzat
the
literally
kids.
shows up, or at the he literally. His fucking kids aren't in Sweden. I don't think he's probably.
I
fucking
know,
leaving the
but
kids.
that's what I mean. It's never gonna be. He's not gonna. Hamzat's not gonna marry him and start living with him. He's gonna either have to say, "Oh,
No, but Darren Till is fucking. He's fucking had his moment in the spotlight. You can fucking tell the way he's talking now. Like, he actually believes he can be a fucking champion one day, and fucking, he's got to be serious now. I think he's done taking these losses. It was he
I want
injured
to
going
correct
into that
something.
light
I want
fight?
to correct something in the chat that Brendan said immediately. No, I know it's said often, but O'Malley laid this blueprint. He did not. There is one great man who laid this blueprint, and I'll tell you, they don't call him the greatest fighter of all time. They call him Chael Sonnen. He made the proclamation that you always fight the worst guy on the highest spot on the card for the most money. That is the Chael Sonnen blueprint through and through. That's a direct fucking quote. Chael Sonnen laid that blueprint, not Sean O'Malley.
Perfect.
I am very passionate about that.
Doug,
That's the Chael
Doug,
Sonnen.
like we're
way.
wavelengths. Perfect crossover because Chael Sonnen is now facing an additional 11 charges that are being racked onto him as of.
He didn't
No,
do
it's
it.
the same
It's fake.
shit.
He didn't do it.
It's the
No,
same shit from
it-
December.
he
I don't
didn't
think
do it.
those things.
No, I'm kidding.
Because I read it. I read it. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I read it though, Dan. I read it, and I'm like, and I'm reading it, and people are like, the eyewitness report is like, listen, he hit and pushed a woman, hit and pushed multiple men, kneed a guy in the head, like total Chael Sonnen brawl against like 5-6 people. They said it was him versus 6-person brawl.
I don't know what I was picturing. I mean, I wouldn't
Who
have
says
assumed
this?
that he would hit a woman.
This
if
was
he hit a woman, it
MMA
changes.
fighting or reported it in a news article. I read it today because they
What-
came
what
out with
I
it. They're
had-
like
all I
Chael's
had
like
heard-
they thought Chael was out when they dropped the original charges. Well, they've pursued more charges and it's racked up to 11 total now. And I'm like, holy fuck! I better read into this.
Okay,
I thought
before
what
we talk
happened-
about more.
I-
Sorry, go ahead, Doug. Sorry.
Oh well, I thought what had happened was
5 dudes and a lady, Jay.
5 dudes and a lady. Jesus.
No,
I
there
thought what
wasn't.
had happened was there were guys that had said something about his wife. This was the original story that had gone around. I don't know about the truth to it. And then he had attacked them.
Probably the one.
No,
Chael
yeah,
put out.
that's
probably the story that
could be
came from
bullshit.
him.
Yeah, that's true. There was the story that like his wife was.
He
getting,
never
like,
put out a story. I don't think. I think
I don't
he's.
even think he
Yeah,
talked
but I
about
don't
it
know.
on
We
YouTube.
don't really,
Yeah.
especially if it's shit that hasn't really been resolved. We don't really need talking about fucking assault.
I love it. Why you don't want
or
to talk
fucking.
about?
No, I'd
We've
rather
talked
talk about
enough potential
running out of
assault
time.
charges today.
couple of things.
Why we didn't even talk about McGregor yet?
My favorite
If
PFL.
McGregor's not getting an assault charge. He's getting a reckless driving charge.
He's fine.
Yeah.
I think he's fine. That's just
whatever. They're gonna take away his Bentley. Boo-hoo.
No,
Listen to
Pat,
Jay.
no, I mean Dougie. They already said in like the tweet I saw, it literally said like temporarily. He's probably
Yeah,
like,
I think he already
I was
has
just
it back.
I was just probably late to practice, and then they're probably like, all right, we just gotta fucking. You're going
He
like
was just-
fucking
no, he was
double
just
though.
training.
So
He
we're gonna have to
was
call
on
you
the
for
phone
at
with
least
Hamzat
half an
until-
hour.
Yeah, we have to
and
take
Hamzat until said, "Listen, bro, we need the third smash, bro. You gotta
Oh, yeah.
practice if you want to be a smash, bro." And Connor said, "Fuck it, I know exactly what to do." And instead of going to wrestling practice, he hopped in the Bentley and started
Yeah.
doing donuts.
Better
Imagine that.
option.
Imagine that, because that's one of the things they were talking about. It's because Darren Till just keeps going on Twitter. He just keeps adding McGregor, just saying
Yeah.
nothing else. They don't, Pat. They
Well,
want McGregor to be the third Smash Bro. That's what
That'd
they
be
said.
awesome.
I think
Yeah,
it's a win for
great, but
everybody
McGregor's
again.
McGregor's way too in his own dome. This is a guy who's built his own brand. This is a guy
Imagine, though.
who sucks his own dick. He's got as many women as you could think in this planet that would do it for him, and he's still opting to suck it himself. That's the reality of a guy like Conor McGregor.
That'd be great for him, though. Imagine.
The tree.
It'd be fucking great for everybody
perfect
involved. To
for
be great for the
everybody,
UFC, great for fucking everybody involved. Everybody. The whole scope of the UFC would benefit off that. I'm actually not lying. No, Jay Blues doesn't know about it. No, Connor was arrested earlier today, reckless driving in his Bentley. Bentley was seized and impounded.
Yeah, he was going like a 140 or something.
Should we even bother saying allegedly, just in case?
No, allegedly.
Allegedly.
'Cause
No.
it wasn't. Apparently, it wasn't Ireland.
They're
There's
not
some big-
fucking. What is their fucking
there's
speedometer
all-
off?
I
He
don't
was
know,
probably.
man.
They were
There's
probably
some
going.
last
That was
names
probably
you
low.
don't want to spit. There's some last names you don't want to start spitting around that he might be tied in with. That, hey man, you flip a couple. Oh, see that Bentley? There's only a couple guys that are driving those on the road. We know a couple officers in the area. Pull them over once and give them a message for me. I've heard he's very, very tied into those fucking.
Well, let's just say
Yeah.
this for everybody's sake. Everything that has been said in this episode is alleged.
Oh, it's all fictional. It's comedy. I want to start doing that.
Yeah,
Hey,
this
Doug,
is
before
satire.
before the podcast, I'm gonna do it soon.
Disclaimer?
Where it goes.
That's
disclaimer,
actually a
and it
good
goes,
idea.
It's a great idea because then it's like I'm like, man, if anyone, I was thinking about it. Like even when my buddy sending me the shit from the other day, I was like, it is kind of like I should probably have something up there, just in case. I could just say I'm playing a bit though. That's what I always say. I was like, I'm playing a bit. I'm playing a guy, the surgeon. It's a character, man. What are you
course.
talking about?
Of course.
He's a fucking character. I didn't hear that yet.
The only
Haven't
thing.
been
The only
on
thing that's
RMNA.
serious about this channel is our picks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Of course.
But yeah,
Obviously, like to clarify an example, like I'm sure, Pat, you have a lot of respect for Mark Casey,
of course,
and you're a big fan of Bone Crusher.
Of course,
But we have fun here, it's what it
of
is.
course, yeah.
So it's
Mark
just
I don't know
shit
about
like
that.
I'm kidding. No, I
That
love you, Mark.
That might have been.
That might have been. I kind of want to see what his mohawk color comes in at this week. That'll definitely determine the
It's
round.
always red.
I'm gonna.
It's always red.
I swear. to
If he
God,
goes
I'm
a different, if
Warhead.
he does go a different color, I will put 3 units on him.
Well, if it's blonde, he might be lock of the night.
Yeah, he might be. Like
Oh,
at night.
that's what I mean.
That's a
If
decision.
it's like, if it's oh, don't even say that. You're just gonna be excited. Couple other things. We got PFL Contender Series again this week.
Yeah.
The reason I want to bring it up, Pas could be like, we don't need to talk about that. It's the heavyweights, but there's not a heavyweight fighting on it. Bevon Lewis is fighting as a heavyweight.
really.
What the fuck?
I was gonna say, yeah, his last weigh-in was middleweight.
Bro, that was I think 2020.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was like the
Oh my
end of
god.
2020.
Do they have photos of him? He looks like shit,
The
I bet.
ideas expressed in this broadcast are not
Yo,
the views
is there
and opinions
photos of
the
Bev-
MMA bet surgeon.
Yeah, I know. That's what I need.
He's got,
Yes!
he's not small.
We're
Trevor
all on-
Giles, like a couple of those, like he was winning that Uriah Hall fight, like
I'm on Slava.
weird. What do you? Is he the favorite? Oh, plus 140. Devon Lewis. Who's this guy he's fighting?
You don't know who this is?
Oh, this guy's
You've
like
seen
Marcelo
this fucking
Marcelo
guy before.
Nunez. I don't know who Marcelo Nunez is. Do you?
Fuck, I know his name. I feel like I've seen too many of these. Yeah, because I
You-
watched that Cage Fury.
Oh,
I watched him on
Oh.
Blackshear. I watched that shit. I watched that fucking Cage Fury.
Anthony Garrett. Who's the fucking Anthony Garrett? He's fighting. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We watched
fucking,
this, didn't we? Me and you
I
together.
don't know.
Don't slander Anthony Lionheart Garrett like that.
Lightheart's brother.
6-6 now. Oh, holy fuck! We might go on Lewis.
Bevon Lewis.
This guy's just fucking. I think this other guy's just not even fucking good. Who's he fucking beating? Nobody. He's a knee
I
bar
don't know,
cast,
man.
though. Never mind.
Yeah, I haven't done any research.
Not betting.
for
I'm not
this
betting against.
PFL, to
I'm
be
not betting
honest.
against the guy doing knee bars. Can't bet on this anyway. I wish they would let us. They would put lines out on something. The one FC, one championship, 1X this weekend. We got the hybrid event, Pat, with
Wait,
Demetrius Johnson.
wait a second. There's a former NBA player that fought 3 months ago at LFA 120. Holy
Okay,
shit!
why
I
the
didn't
fuck
even
are we?
know
No,
that.
we're not talking about that. We're talking about okay. But Pat,
Why?
Demetrius
MMA
Johnson.
news
Daquan Buckley.
3 months ago.
Daquan Buckley knocked his ass out.
Well, that's
Daquan
why it wasn't
Buckley?
in the news.
Who's
Daquan
Daquan
Buckley's on the
Buckley?
PFL card. He's on the PFL card. 1-0, bitch.
Ugh, fuck. Hey, yeah. No, I
Okay,
just
we're
want
done
to talk
with
about that
this.
one
We're done
fight.
with this.
Okay. We have a limited time. Yeah, well, Adriano Moraes is also fighting the guy that beat Demetrius, but we have Demetrius Johnson versus Rodtang in the hybrid event. I think it's
When
3
is
rounds.
that?
Oh,
Give
yeah.
us a timing on that, please.
I think it's probably early Saturday.
Ooh. Like what? Like 8, 9, like the when they normally do it, and it's like
Probably.
it might be Dan. It might be a fucking rerun, like me and you know that they do. The bullshit.
We can't even bet it anyway. I'll watch the fuck out of it. I
Why?
get to watch.
Because
Bro,
there's no, because it's not
hybrid.
an official fight. Yeah, 'cause
That's
it's not an
sweet.
official
I've watched a
fight.
bunch of Rodtang fights. It's 3 rounds of
You go, DJ.
Muay
Chase
Thai
your bags.
and 2 rounds of
Cha-
MMA.
I know. Chase your bags, son. Just do it, bro. Just get paid and get the fuck out, bro. He
If they
knows
let
it.
me bet that, I just go fucking Demetrius sub as soon as he can fucking use his grappling. Just fucking that'd be awesome. I wish.
One is always pre-recorded. I think,
Rolling
says
knee
Brandon.
bar.
Cause he could probably survive. He could survive for fucking. The only reason he lost that last fight was those fucking crazy knees on the ground. I
I
hated seeing
love
that.
watching that shit.
I hated watching Demetrius get kneed like that. I was like, oh, it's fine.
He wanted it too. It was so fitting. It was just fitting of. It's just
That
kinda
guy
the
was
way shit
huge though
goes.
too. Moraes is an absolute huge
Way bigger
flyweight.
than him. We were saying it though. We're like, holy fuck, this guy's huge.
He hasn't fought since then. That's
I
kind
know,
of
'cause
that's
he's
what you do though.
scared.
If that's what you do if you're doing just this is the only kind of shit that you do. He's probably getting
Those-
paid fucking handsomely for this.
Look what Brendan said. One is always pre-recorded. Those gangsters probably keep all their gambling in house.
Well, they don't even let you gamble on it, so
We have bet on one before though, so I don't know what
yeah,
you're
but
talking
not
about.
anymore. They don't let you bet on it anymore though. Have not seen one.
That
in recent
hasn't been
memory.
back since like we did like the fight guys like season 1, because that's probably the last.
No.
That's like the.
No,
It's like the last time we.
because
probably
I have bet on it before. You're right.
I know. Because we and you thought I brought this up to you in another fight, guys. I said, Dan, I have a feeling that I've been looking on Reddit and shit. I have a feeling it's fucking recorded. And I was like looking on Reddit and people were like, I think it's recorded. And I was like, Dan, this doesn't make any sense. They closed the lines early. The lines are closed before they fucking apparently start the fights. Like all of them.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Before we
No, yeah, I hear what you're
wrap
saying,
up,
man. But yeah,
a couple
before we
things.
wrap up.
You guys want to make any bets, or Doug, you want to talk about any of your future plays? I know you've been making some plays for future cards.
Yeah, the only non-paid pick that I have put out for future card, I did some film already for 273. I've been getting way ahead. I've got scheduled YouTube videos for the next 2 weeks. Doug Las Vegas.
Perfect.
Subscribe to me on YouTube. So I'm subbed up on that, so I'm getting ahead on my research, and I've made an early play on Alexander Volkanovski by KO plus 300. I think it's going to be a tough bout for the zombie. It's tough to KO him, obviously. He's the zombie for a reason because he walks forward through everything. But when you step up to this level, it gets tough. And I feel like Volkanovski, he's capable of finishing these guys, but he's really only faced the unfinishable in his last few. He only had 3 rounds against Aldo to work and looked fantastic in all 3 of them. Didn't get 100%. The finish, of course, though. Can't finish Max Holloway. I mean, come on.
Unfinishable.
And Ortega, he came as close to finishing a human being as you can physically come. He beat that man within an inch of his life. So if he can replicate an Ortega-like performance,
can't even believe they fucking had that fight too.
On Zombie's face, then I'd expect him to get the victory. And you're giving it to me at plus 300, so it has to hit what, like 25% of the time. Come on, I took a couple units on that one. You can see that on Doug Las Vegas Bets.net or BetMMA.tips.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Plugging that.
I'll probably follow that. That's gonna be an absolutely great card. Can't wait for that one. 273.
So super hyped for that one.
That's stacked. Not this weekend, not the next weekend, but the weekend after. 3 weeks
April 9th.
From now.
Yeah.
Okay.
April 2nd is the Saturday that we get off.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the only Saturday with no UFC, and then it's back April 9th.
Are there maybe any
bets
for this week that we should get on right now as a team?
Last
week could have been better.
Look through the lines
there's
as
nothing
as a close.
It's fun to cash, but it's great to cash as fucking all the fight guys. Like Jay had an awesome weekend. Like fucking.
How much did Jay make last weekend?
He said like 200 or 300, bro.
Oh no, but on UFC he made nothing. Yeah, UFC he didn't.
No, he made like fucking 200. No, no.
Not on.
Yes.
Not on
this. Yours.
I know on his. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was putting bets down on his. I know.
Yeah.
I know he was. He was reading them off.
You were holding him back.
I never said that once.
I'm just kidding. Because the only lines.
I'm the only one that's fucking. I'm just gonna have a positive year. I can feel it. Cash.
Am I crazy for thinking
you're the only one that's
there's
gonna have
some
a
value
year?
on
I might have the most positive year. Say again?
Yeah, but that's like fucking based on what?
Wait, did we skip that?
Start tracking your bets with me. Start tracking with me bets with me and Doug and compete.
I'm not Dan. I'm not tracking anything. The only
thing
so how
can you make a statement like that? How can you make a statement like that? Because you can fucking it's impossible because you bet crazy amounts of money.
Yeah, you just have to take my word for it. Just like any of the track bet things, everything can be manipulated and be
but you have maybe won a little bit more money than me, maybe only a little bit more. But I'm willing to bet I'd have probably a higher winning percentage.
I don't even know about any of that.
Track your bets.
Nope.
No reason. There's no reason not to.
You can.
How do you have to plug them, right? Like you have to plug every bet directly that you plug in, or does it do it off the app?
Oh, you have to plug it in. It takes like 2 seconds though. You just go through and type out the units placed. You can do little write-ups and stuff. You can charge
you may not
for some
track
picks. You can do free
there's
other
be
picks.
Parlays and crazy things that we throw up live that you can't necessarily put down. And like, sure, it's ideal that you track everything.
I think that's 90%.
Doug is a lot more strict.
I don't really pre-bet. I've never really been a guy that's even pre-touched cards. That's kind of been I don't know why. Like it's not.
Well, the game's getting more advanced.
Smart or not. I'm not saying it's.
More people are on this fucking. More people are on this game. More people are sharpening it than ever. Like
what game?
What do you mean? The fucking game that we fucking do every fucking weekend.
MMA
betting MMA.
It isn't a game. It's my
life. What would you call it?
It's my life.
Yeah,
Tell me about it. I'm just sitting at home watching fights all day. I'm losing my
if
fucking
it's your
marbles
life,
over
you
here.
don't take it seriously enough to try and track it and track your progress.
No, I don't take it that seriously. No.
So exactly, it's a fucking. It is.
I enjoy. I really do just enjoy.
My point stands. There's more people fucking gambling on this sport and paying attention to it than ever.
I think he lagged out.
So the lines are getting hit more heavily, and people are being sharper than ever. There's games like fucking football and NFL, or sorry, football and
That's
basketball.
really always been what gambling's been to me.
What? Yeah, but people are more sharp. People are more sharp on certain sports than others. Like I don't bet NBA and NHL because those lines are too fucked, and people are looking at those fucking.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying though. Dan.
We can get advantages, like especially like when there's lines. Like if I didn't look at some of those, like the Kisriev line on Sunday, it's like I'm not betting. I wouldn't bet it now. It doesn't make any sense. I couldn't do a Manon Furo Kisriev parlay today and make fucking enough value off it for it to be worth it. But I did on Sunday. It's different when I'm betting $10 fucking bigger bets. Like when I'm putting down $100, like gotta be a bit more scrupulous about it. Like
I hear you. To each his own. To each his own. Play it as you may. I think that's what gambling is, though. It's fucking.
I mean, I don't make enough money to be fucking throwing around money like I don't care. So
dollars make sense, baby. Talk it
like I have made $3,000 over the last month and a half. But
it's great. That's a lot, man. We've made a lot of money.
Yeah, but guess what? That's not fucking every fucking. That doesn't happen all the time.
I know.
So in order to use that bankroll and maintain it, you got to be a bit more diligent about it. Because we've had streaks in the past.
But I don't think those streaks come off of diligency for me. I don't think they ever have. I think that's just partially gambling, right? Like that's partially.
There's a lot of people in this game with flashy records behind them too.
Yeah,
I want to have a flashy record.
That's what I love. That's what I love. That's the shit that makes me smile, right? Because I go, whatever, right? Like, to each his own though. I said this last weekend when me and Dan had the little, we were kind of arguing about the record thing in general.
You would just fucking pretty much, Dougie. You just pretty much every time I said, "Oh, I'm track. This is one of my main track bets." He pretty much had like a whole little spat about it.
I just so spat like, oh my god, Doug listened to it. It wasn't even like that. But fucking in reality,
don't bring me into you guys' fucking marital arguments.
There is no marital arguments. In reality, should I probably track my bets? Yes. Fuck, I should just hire somebody to track the bets.
Well, no, it's just that you don't have to. It's like, but like, I think both Doug and myself,
bags. I think both hiring assistants over here.
No, but
how much you offering? I'll fucking
exactly. It's fucking so simple. But no, it is like there's a different way different ways of betting.
That's huge.
Dougie obviously and I both just started tracking last week with our bets. Mm-hmm. I think I don't want to speak.
Well, I've been tracking for all of 2022. with
the Bet MMA. Yes, you've had your Douglas Vegas.
DouglasVegasBets.net has my full career stats for 2022.
No, absolutely. But that being said, yeah, it's just I think we both just think we're good enough to. We paid attention.
I wish I had been doing the work this a long time ago. I wish I had these stats for the last year.
Oh yeah, Dougie would be absolutely if you've been tracking on Bet MMA for this. All of 2022, you'd be up there with some of the best.
I know I can compete with I genuinely believe I'm one of the best in this game. Not to the point where I'm not going to learn from those who are experienced. Obviously, I'm not going to blind myself with an ego or anything. I think most people who know me know I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah,
but I definitely, as I've tracked my picks and taken it more seriously over the last year, I genuinely believe that I can do this for a living. And I can do this with the best of them.
Well, then there 100%. You go. And like I said, to each his own, because there's people like Brendan in the chat who's literally like that statement right there. I've never made any money. He goes, listen, I haven't even had to put any money into my account over here. I'm just happy to fucking have money to play with every week. And that's honestly, I don't pull money. That's 90% of the way I am. More than 90%. 95%, 5% of the time when I make that big cut and I go, holy fuck, you probably shouldn't be sitting on a couple thousand. It's stupid to do that because you will gamble it away, which I have done. I fucking have done it. Dan knows I've done it with the last big hit.
That's another point to tracking, though, because then when you're disciplined with a unit system that you don't break your unit.
You may stop. Yeah, but I see, that's half the time it's fucking drunken belligerency. That is my gambling style. I'm the drunken belligerent. Not drunken, but
look, I'm not going to complain. This is my advice to anyone who wants to be successful. That being said, I'm more than happy if anyone wants to go and blow their money at give it to the bookies. Someone's got to keep them in business for me after all.
Of course.
But look, I'd recommend tracking everyone's bets. BetMMA.tips is a great website to do it. I found them. I wish I'd been tracking on it forever. I'll plug the shit out of them. Brings a lot of transparency to the game.
Someone told me to track on there before that. Oh, you know who it was? It was fucking... Now I can't fucking remember his name. They have a big fucking MMA and sports channel. Pub Sports. Buddy from Pub Sports, who does the MMA from there. I think you might have talked to him once or twice too, Doug, when we did.
I have no idea. I'm terrible with remembering names. I don't think so.
No, it was on the big stream on the.
They do a lot of that stuff, and they're like Doug, like they're at the point now where they've turned this.
What's the name? Pub Streams. I'm looking.
Pub Sports. They've kind of turned this.
Yeah, they got a bunch of guys on there.
Yeah, they don't. Doug, they don't even just have like Doug. They've kind of taken this whole thing as like, oh, it's a channel, and said, oh, we're gonna do racing. We're going to do horse gambling. We're going to do guys that do hockey. We're going to get guys that do baseball. And then they've kind of just filled it out, right? Like a full network. You know what I mean? Yeah, honestly, though, Jay Blues is right, though. I haven't seen Pub Sports hit him in. Hope he's doing well. Because Pub Sports is the channel.
What did we talk about the Matt Brown fight?
No, that's what I said to
Doug.
Doug said to me. Doug brought up
Matt
Brown,
shit, because I was looking at the fucking lines.
We didn't talk about him, and he's like, what? And I'm like, I don't think we talked about fucking Matt Brown.
Because I brought up, I was
just disrespectful. Hometown crowd, hometown fight.
Wasn't me that did that shit and skipped over to Wooden. Actually, it might have been me.
100%. This is your fucking show. What do you mean?
I take no responsibility. This is my
show, and you're off. You're paying me rent as of next week.
Yeah, fucking I pay no rent. You're dope.
I'm a guest appearance. I bring my audience of 14 subscribers over here week in and week out.
Damn right.
Tirelessly.
But are we okay? Let's pick this quick because I don't know who the fuck's winning between Matt Brown and Barberena.
I've got an official play on Brian Barberena, just one unit of him at -110. I think at this stage in his career, this is a close fight.
No, go ahead.
It's a close fight. I think it's one that's going to light a fire under both guys, and we're going to see a banger. I think at this stage in Matt Brown and Brian Barberena's career, though, Barberena should just have an extra step. I was also just looking at this fight to go the distance at +145 or over 2.5 could also be another thing to look at. I do think both these guys, they'll be ready for 3 rounds.
Have you seen the Matt Brown and Doug? Have you heard the Matt Brown and Columbus stat?
Oh, look, there you go, Brendan.
What's the Matt Brown and Columbus stat? Am I fucked here? Did I miss something?
He has gone 8. He's fought 8 times in Columbus, none of which have gone the distance.
Okay. I'm glad you've pointed that out to me.
Columbus has got
something to think about. Something to think about. But he's also fighting.
I love ignoring trends like that in the NFL because it's so bullshit. And the NBA and stuff. I remember one of the biggest bets I ever made with LeBron to win in Utah when he was with the Lakers because he'd never won in Utah before, so they gave me him at big dog odds. And I normally ignore these trends, but MMA, you can't. MMA is different. MMA, this shit means something. It's weird. It's fucking weird.
Your hair color might be more than your right hook, bitch.
It's so betting on this sport is so fucking weird, man.
It might.
Yeah. Because that's why and Barberena's been finished in a lot of his wins. And he's looked so
finished
shit
in a lot of his
surgery.
wins.
But then you think about what fucking.
Oh, sorry,
like,
finishes.
Yeah, but then you think I'm taking Barberena in this one. But that fuck, I would say it's probably fuck.
I almost agree with it being a pick'em. I favor Barberena enough to give him 1 unit. I'm not going to make a big play on it. I just look at the 2 guys at the stages in their career, and I think it's a fight that if Brian Barberena wants to do anything more in the UFC, he should be able to win this fight.
He has to.
Yeah,
I don't know. He might be his
Ah,
ceiling might
probably
be.
doesn't
His
have to,
ceiling might
actually.
be. How long has he
I
been in
mean,
the
but
UFC?
Matt Brown too. We've seen him his last few fights. The only
Jesus.
really time he looked good was against Diego Lima.
Yeah, what if he just needs to land one fucking elbow on fucking Brian Barberena's fucking forehead, and he's done.
That's true.
Barberena's fought some goats. Covington, Edwards.
I remember he looked so
Luque.
shit in that Jason Witt fight.
He's
I
been
bet
around
on him
he's
against
been
Jason
around
Witt.
the
He
old
looked so
whipping
bad.
mill.
I remember the Jason Witt fight very well. He looked like shit.
He looked so bad. I think that one was right after surgery, right?
He
Or
was
maybe
coming off it because they kept talking because Witt was going to the body a lot and it was fucking him up. I think, if I remember that correctly, because I do remember his surgery coming up a lot.
Oh man. Well. Yeah, against Diego Lima. Yeah, I don't know. Diego
Yeah,
Lima's
that's
kinda
what I'm
shit.
saying.
And that was me. I remember I went heavy against both of you on that. You both picked.
I don't think
you both picked Brown, and I picked Diego Lima. I always pick Diego Lima. I always get suckered into picking that fucking guy. Always like.
Was that long ago that I was?
It might have. Yeah,
on the
like Doug. I
stream?
feel it had to be. Doug, it
Hold on,
had to
give me a
be.
sec. If
Like,
you
check the
remember, I'm
date.
not doubting you. I
No.
wanna-
I think it.
No,
had
we
to
talked.
Be.
It was the Condit fight.
Oh, it might have been the Condit fight. No.
No, it would
would have been the Lima fight. It would have been the
wouldn't
Lima
have
fight.
No, I wasn't on for either of them because when
No,
I came, I remember because the first card that I was on was the McGregor Poirier, which was the week after the Condit fight because the
Fuck.
Condit fight was on the Holloway
Yeah,
card,
you're right.
and then I left by the Lima fight was in the summer.
Because
It
Dan,
was
you know who came on for the Condit fight?
Who was that?
Genie.
No.
Yeah, you
How do
don't
you
remember
just-
that? You don't remember that shit?
No. What the fuck are you talking?
You don't remember
about,
him
man?
backing? I talk to Matt Brown. I'm heavily with Matt Brown. You don't
Oh,
remember that shit?
yeah!
And he goes, I talked to him, and Dan goes, yeah, we're taking Condit. And he was pissed. He was pissed.
Oh,
he
that was
fucking pissed.
awesome.
Oh, you
That was
guys will
awesome.
see on. You guys will see on Saturday. And I go, I just don't see how fucking Matt Brown beats Carlos Condit in this fight.
Oh, Jesus.
It's been time, man. We've been fucking.
Yeah,
breaking down
I don't
fights.
know. It's probably a fight I want to stay away from. Like, as far as betting though, I don't know. But like that stat just makes me want to put the fight not to go the distance in a parlay.
100%. But I don't know, man. Brian Barberena's fucking B tier. Brian BBB Barberena.
Oh,
Bam, bam,
no,
bam. B,
yeah,
B,
but
B,
Matt Brown will
B,
go
B
out.
tier.
He'll
Barberena.
go out there and he'll either fucking. I think he's gonna finish or get finished spot in this one for sure.
He should be.
Because
in
if
the finish
Barberena
with
does
the
look
first
good, he'll look violent. I think he's not gonna be reserved. Like especially if they're just swanging and banging. I don't know. I haven't done enough research on this fight.
Kind of, yeah.
But Dougie says he likes the over, but that's pre-stat.
Yeah, I favor the value a little bit on the over. These are two guys we've seen go the distance a fair bit. So yeah.
Other than that, though, I think we'll fucking wrap Fight Guys up. It's been an episode that we tried to team for. I don't know. These episodes can't really go a short amount of time. This is why
Have fun time stamping the Matt Brown fight.
I have to timestamp it this week.
I know,
Because I forgot,
Brown special, it's the
totally
hometown
forgot to do it
special.
last week, and then people were asking for the bets, and I'm like, I was just gonna be like, yeah, the video's actually out, like you can just go look at it, but I was like, it's not timestamped, like people are gonna be like, oh, I don't fucking see, like fuck, like just like it's way easier if we timestamp if I timestamp the shit, so then I can just send people the link, or I can say, just come on the stream, don't text me about what picks I got. I've already said them multiple times. I'm talking about it live. Just come on.
If anyone asks my picks now, I just text them a link to my website.
But that's better. That's efficient. That's efficiency.
Another
I mean,
reason
you
to
could
track your
just send
picks.
them a link.
I
to
should
the
just
stream.
or a link to your website.
Or
Yeah,
track your
just
picks.
send them a link to
track
my
your
shit.
picks
Be
and
like,
send them
this
that
guy's
link.
good enough.
Or send them my link.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't send them Dan's link unless I was trying to.
Everybody already knows. You ask it.
It's
You
like,
literally ask any of our friends and say, "Who's the real person you go for?"
And they'll say.
I'm making a
exactly-
YouTube video out of that. I'm making a
They'll-
YouTube video asking you guys as friends who's a better.
They'll exactly say the same
idea.
thing.
Please do
They'll
that.
say
Please
they'll
do
say,
that.
They'll say the same thing that no one will agree with me. They'll say the same
I'll
thing.
give you names. I'll give you names right now.
Dude, I have the whole group chat. I have the whole NFL group chat.
No, but I'll give you a couple specific names.
I don't
Let me give you a couple names.
I'll
send you numbers. You gotta ask Ben Sherman, Ben Kingdon. I'm not shouldn't fucking.
Yeah, you're gonna dox him?
I can do a deep dive if I decide that this is actually worth a video.
Mitch, Ben. You can ask Jack.
No, you can't ask Jack.
Probably ask
He
Robbie.
fades me. No, you can't ask Jack or Rob. Nope.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a Doug Las
reason.
Vegas.
He says
I'm gonna make a Doug Las Vegas special documentary where I go back through all the streams and find like you guys' betting logic and everything and compare you two as a better for a documentary.
That's not even a thing though. You can't fucking find a betting logic in Patrick.
Oh no, there's gonna be
there's
witness interviews. I'm planning out a full on mock.
That's like trying to find. That's like trying to figure out what species of fucking.
Yes, Brendan. This is exactly Brendan. We'd love to have you on the show. 100%.
It's like an alien. It's like fucking trying to analyze alien technology. You can't fucking. We don't have the kind of technology to track Pat's betting ideology or fucking strategy. That hasn't been created by mankind yet.
They can't make that app. That app's gonna be when they get the microchips implanted in your head.
Yeah, they don't have computers that sophisticated.
Yeah. I've already got my microchip. I got the vaccine.
Same. Triple. Okay, let's end this motherfucker up. Appreciate
with
everybody
a little
for
bit of
out.
fucking conspiracy theory.
Thanks everybody for coming out. It's been a fantastic night. Fuck, we've had a great time. Catch us on Saturday at 4:00 because it's gonna be an early start, and I'll kind of notify everyone in between. Maybe I'll probably post something on Twitter this week, probably from the podcast. Because
everybody make sure to bet those draws or regret it for the rest of the
bet the fucking 81-1 draws that are gonna hit. That'll make you.
That's my message of the night.
Your early retirement fund.
That's my last note of the night.
Other than that, people, Doug, any final words?
Nah, it was fun. These always go about twice as long as we expect them to.
I know,
always because we're having fun. So
I know. I get this big second wing too, right? Because
we could go for another hour, 2 hours if we really.
Just talking about bullshit.
We could just riff about fights for fucking days in a row, honestly.
Of course, and then you could just start talking about the bullshit in the UFC.
Realistically, I don't know. Like obviously, time's the thing, but we should probably start doing a reaction thing closer to the end of the actual cards to separate that because.
That's what makes you get. That's how you get views. That's how you get views.
We'll get organized, get some structure over the next few weeks.
Especially for early cards too. Dan's kind of right. It's almost kind of stupid to not do one, especially when you have an early card. But fuck.
Well, on Sundays, I don't know. I'm not, especially when we don't have. It's not football season.
Yep.
I don't know. It's something to think. Especially
don't do that.
Especially I know there's a couple of these fights that. I know we could talk about on Sunday as being like a couple of these ones we're gonna look at. Like, it's not every Sunday that we're in necessarily the mood to fucking break it down or go into next week's bets. But I don't know. Yeah, could be a thing.
Yeah, it could definitely be something we get on and then we stick on, get on an earlier pace. But thank you everybody for coming out tonight. It's been a fucking fantastic night. I am the MMA Bet Surgeon. Peace and love.